like him, inside and outside, through his house with the blue little window and a blue Corvette, and everything is blue for him and himself and everybody around, 'cause he ain't got nobody to listen. I'm good, I was need, I was dying, 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 I was need.
All right. All right. Anyway, we all get one of these.
What is that? Explain it.
This is participation ribbon.
Yeah.
So we all get one of them because we participated in the 2022 season this year.
Yeah.
So we all get one of these. So that's what we did today. So anyway, this is a bit of because this is straight after the game.
Yeah.
It's pretty much straight after the game. So emotions are high. We don't know what's going on. So the season's been a disaster, fucking disaster. We're just going to go straight into talk. There's going to be no graphics at the moment and that.
No.
We're just going to go straight into whatever we want to go into. Let's have a coffee.
Oh yeah, actually we've got.
We didn't even.
We haven't even ordered.
No, we didn't even order.
It was there before we got here.
Yeah, no, we didn't even order.
They left
It doesn't
it
even
there.
deserve
They
to
left
be
it for us.
ordered.
There was a little note there.
Yeah.
Mi dispiace.
With the spiage.
Yeah.
That's exactly what happened.
You want to put in
Sorry.
the thing?
Yeah, I'm gonna put it in the
I can't put it in because I fucking destroyed my hand.
We need those. We need the strong one.
Look at his
So
hand.
while we're doing that, explain. You might as well.
I didn't break a chair,
No. He nearly broke something else
but
though.
I was walking out and I had the head down. I V-lined, I didn't say bye to him, Maloney, even my brother legged it on him. Just
Disappeared.
walked, disappeared, Houdini. And I saw the turnstile and I just, like a fucking dickhead,
Lined it up.
bang, just lined it up. Made a massive dent in the turnstile, in the metal bit. Felt good, to be honest. Doesn't feel good now. Then I saw a couple other things and it was like a path of destruction. So yeah.
Kicked a few chairs, I heard.
Yeah, there was a chair that went flying. And, yeah.
Couple big.
Actually, it was outside. It was the first stage chair, which I'm going to need. So yeah.
And that's and then look at that, and
Got a
if you can
hematoma.
see it, I'm telling you,
Oh, it's
it
purple.
is fucking huge, man.
Yeah.
And purple, Jesus Christ,
My
mate.
mum's
I
like, you're a
wish
dickhead.
Carlton showed that much.
Well,
fucking
Saad
stuff.
did.
Huh?
Saad did.
Saad did, yeah. He went in, man. He was hurt, man, and he fucking did the best he could. Anyway, let's do this.
Oh, yeah.
This is to
Yeah, well.
Fuck me dead.
there you go.
What's that, a bloody?
This one's to ninth.
To the yeah.
Yeah.
Ninth. We went from 14th to 9th.
No,
Congratulations,
we went to
everyone.
4th to 9th. Oh, we went 14th up from
Last year 14 to 9.
Oh,
So
I'm
congratulations, everyone.
Is that a congratulations?
That's congratulations.
When you think about it that way.
No, that's you always because come on.
Yeah.
It was
Shove it up your
Ooh.
fucking ass. Oh, this is
A
heavy.
bit in that.
Oh,
Fuck.
that could be the strongest one of the year.
That was one decker.
Ooh, I'm struggling with that. Well, I always struggle with it.
Oh, it's beautiful. Man.
Well, that's burning.
We'll have a fucking
Can you
beer
get some
too,
water? We
Chich.
got wet in water.
Yeah, we got
We'll
water.
have a fucking
need
beer,
some.
Chicha.
Look at that.
Chich.
Oh.
Give him some water.
Oh yeah, please.
Oh fucking hell. That's tough, man. That's tough. Now everyone will be watching this, and it'll be Tuesday now.
Yeah.
But we're actually doing this Sunday night, so you're probably already
9:40.
9:40. So you've already done you've been through the reviews and all that.
The
and you probably
emotions.
feel better, and you've probably been bloody hammered by all your Collingwood supporters because
We
seriously,
deserve it.
no, you definitely
I'm
deserve
gonna
it.
drink them like this tonight. Beautiful. I made a new concoction: beer and fucking water.
That's it.
You know what they are?
They're shit.
Bunch of fucking cocksuckers, to be honest.
Seriously, I'm not going to be positive about this game.
Do you want me to
about
go through
this-
the score? Should I? I mean, we all know it.
Yeah.
I'm not even
not
going to
gonna-
put up the graphic, but whatever.
10, 14, 74 plays, 11, 9, 75.
But we probably didn't have like a lot of inside 50s, did we?
Oh, mate. Nah, not much.
No.
65 inside 50s.
And what about them?
To 44.
Ah.
You want to know the inside?
The tackles.
The tackle count for inside 50.
Yeah, we
You'll
didn't-
love Paul. Will love this one.
Yeah,
He'll love
let's
it.
go.
We had 15 to their 3.
Oh, no way.
Every single
that say?
every single area of the
Barometer,
game that you look at and you think you need to win games of football, we belted them in,
We smashed them.
and we just could not get the job done.
Clearances 46 to 34.
Specialists in
stoppage clearances
I'll tell you.
35. It means
Specialists in failure.
Test the possession, that was huge too.
177 to 123.
Do you understand these
Wallet.
stats? So if you look
Wallet.
at these stats and you didn't know the results, you won the game.
You'd think.
By 10 goals.
Yeah. Well, let's start from the start, right?
Shocking.
Awful first quarter.
Shocking.
We'll go through the first
No, the
quarter.
first, all right, I'll go quarter by quarter. The fuck?
Absolutely insipid.
Shocking.
So how do you go into the game knowing that it was in the stars, it was going to happen and go with that sort of intensity? How can you not be ready?
Just
0-3 to 3-5. They should have.
continually got suckered in out the
That
back.
They
was
should
the
have
other
blown us
thing.
out
They
of
should
the
have
water in the
blown us
first
out.
quarter.
Yeah.
It should have
We
been
were
done.
lucky they were
Sliced
fucking-
on transition.
Inability to
Just
work.
not clean. Fumbling early. Sard, fumble. Sard, turnover.
Yeah.
Fumble, fumble, fumble. Turnover,
Missing.
turnover,
Yeah.
turnover.
Missed goals. Like even our first, because we kicked 3 points, even
Correct.
maybe the first,
They were gettable.
well, all 3.
They were all gettable.
All. Setterfield,
Mackay.
Mackay, and Kerner.
Kerno?
I think so.
Yeah, all 3 of them should have been goals. And that's the big difference. And this is the big difference all year, you know.
You go even that second quarter.
Well, then you go in the second quarter and it's just as bad.
We kind of evened it up.
I reckon we evened it up near the end of the second quarter.
Yeah.
We kind of got a little bit.
I thought-
We actually slowed them down.
I thought Chera started quite well.
Chera had his best game, and that's what we expect. He had his
That's
best game
what
of
I
the season.
expect of him every week.
He was a brute.
That there.
He was a brute.
That there.
He was a fucking brute.
But where was that for the other 18
No,
rounds?
that's it. That's it. So he was a brute. So we kind of slowed him down a bit, but we were still fucked. But lucky we're only only 3
Well, it
goals
was
down.
2-5 to 5-6. So yeah, 3 goals and 19 points down at half time.
So, all right.
So we're still in the game.
Yeah.
And we're kind of silent at half time. Just before it started, I thought they gotta come. They'll come out and
There's
they'll
gonna be
do something.
Yeah.
I had a feeling that they
Yeah.
would do something, and they fucking come out and
It was
Chera
unbelievable.
started it with that goal out of the
Unbelievable.
pack.
He was unbelievable. He was like a brute. Williams,
Really, I was
far out. He was like attacking that ball. Now we had a bit of an interesting stat, Paul. Who were the 5 best players
So
at the
the
end?
5 best rated players in the 4th term from Champion Data were, this is from Pommy, Zach Williams, Caleb Marchbank, Lewis Young, Mitch McGovern, and Adam Chera.
So what?
5.
Now
What's
what's
what are
the
the
common denominator?
everyone? Give us a sec. Just put it in the comments. What is the common denominator between
all
those
those
5
players? I'll give you a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They're all from other clubs. What does that tell you?
that's sickening.
It means something. It means something, man.
Yeah, it's
I mean, we can go through that last quarter. It was just disgraceful, man. Every time we're
25
under
points
pressure,
up.
25 points up.
and
the first 15
had the
minutes.
first
4 scoring
the
shots.
first 10 to 15 minutes of that
Oh,
final. Well, the
domination.
first 10 minutes of that final term were pretty much
Domination.
played in our
We
front
just
half.
needed a goal.
One
just
goal.
couldn't-
All they
couldn't
needed
get
to do was kick 1 goal.
Couldn't get it. Even in between the passages of play where Collingwood got on top a little bit, we had
a couple of chances
Curnow
there.
had those snaps that he missed.
That
What do you say?
that. I'll let you go. I'll let you talk. That's yours.
Can't handle pressure.
Oh, well, they can't, but if we
That
just go to
Kerno.
that Kerno, that is I'm telling you, I said it, and I don't want to be right. This will cost us. This will cost us.
Yep.
This will cost us. You cannot shoot for goal like that. that is a trick shot.
You can shoot for goal like that.
he
Take
had
the
to
full 30 seconds.
Yeah, just a bit of
Well,
composure.
that's one thing.
Breathe.
But even the ones that he missed, he was 35.
Yeah, I know.
Inexcusable.
Not even a 45-degree angle, maybe a 30-degree angle. He was fuck all on the right foot, like he was on the right side of the post. So it's not even the left side, it's the right side to kick for a right foot. Come on, man. 150 years we've been kicking fucking drop punts.
And then you go down the other end, and you got fucking McCreary slotting them from the
the boundary.
Ash Johnson, what's his name? Elliott, Ginnivan. I mean, fuck it, like seriously. I don't get. I don't get.
And this is the whole thing, right? When you aren't even confident in doing the most basic stuff, how are we going to do the extraordinary
And
stuff?
as we say, you got to do the basics better. And that's what
And
Collingwood
they did that all day, and they were far more efficient and deserved to win.
Yeah,
Period.
They did, yeah.
they did.
No,
Because
they did.
won.
They won. That's it. They won.
They did it
And
well.
you
You can't
know,
rely on
scoreboard.
one quarter of football to win you a game.
And if you look back now at the games, it's a common thread through the whole fucking season. We play 1-2 good quarters. Seriously, when's the only game we played like a 4-quarter effort?
Probably Fremantle.
Three.
That's
Yeah.
it. That's the only
Like
one.
complete, like defense
Complete.
and attack.
It's like when you say 4 quarters,
Defending
you
and
mean
attacking.
as in being
All.
on your game,
4
not
quarters.
just
No,
like
not
playing
fucking-
brute football
Nah,
for
you
like
can't sustain that. It's impossible. It's just playing good football for 4 quarters, doing all the little things
Consolidating
right.
when you have to
Correct.
Consolidating and playing good and doing it. Yeah, of course, other teams are going to have their
Games
runs
ebbs
and that,
and
but you're
flow.
playing like a full 4-quarter, 100%, 100-minute game. You know what I mean? Up to the end.
not good enough.
We don't. We played 1 quarter, and yeah, we all got excited over that quarter.
Fucking oath you do. You're up and about. The team's up and about. You're in front
By
of
4
fucking...
goals a 3-quarter time.
Mate,
8 goals to 1 in that 3rd quarter.
scintillating quarter. Scintillating.
But it means nothing now.
Doesn't mean
Doesn't
anything
mean
because
anything.
you're not
Zero.
there.
The whole-
You-
it's
it's
just-
failure. Anyone that comes to me and says it's been a successful season hasn't, because it hasn't been a successful season by the club standards too. Remember what Sayers said? What did he say
Wow.
for the start of the season? What did he say?
Well, he said, I don't know his exact words, but
Right,
it was,
don't worry, you don't have to quote his exact words.
No.
The
What did he
goal
say?
is finals.
And what?
fine.
So
That's
it
it.
means we
I
failed.
think he said something like, with the team we've got,
The list
we
that
are-
we
Minimum
expect to make.
finals.
We are
Right, and
expected to
everyone
make
does.
finals.
We all do.
Yeah.
Well, you've built a list for 7 years.
If you are happy with this season as a whole and where we've ended up,
We're in big.
you're
we're
in big trouble. You're in fucking
Should
denial.
never be happy. Should never be happy about that.
You are deluded.
And it all, not that it all started, my alarm bell started, and I've been on this for the last 3 weeks. Harry Mackay saying that shit.
The first time he
means
said it,
means
I was
something.
ropeable.
That means something.
I was ropeable.
right? Because that is now gone through the team.
It's in them though.
It is in them.
And what do they say, Paul? If they got to be more, they got to be in these positions more.
Well, they see, and
This is what they're saying.
This is not to put him or to denigrate him, right?
It's the whole team.
Pommy, how the hell can someone who makes fan cam channels pick all this stuff out, and people who are paid 6 figures at the club cannot figure it out? And this is not because I love what he says, and he works in human development space and training people from a mental standpoint of view to get results. And there is people who think people are gravely mistaken, and the club have used this rhetoric continually over the last 4 weeks. If you think that being in these situations is just going to automatically improve you the more you keep going through them, you are gravely mistaken.
But you're going
Because
insane.
the more you go through these moments and the more you fail and fail and fail, you're just going to continue to repeat the same process. Doesn't matter what changes. You're just going to continue to repeat it and repeat it, and it's going to get worse. And even though it's a small sample
Unless you
size,
do something about it.
even though it's a small sample size from week to week, that Melbourne game, right? The last 2 minutes was a disaster.
Yep.
And we were in that moment.
Again.
We were in that moment again. And this week it was even worse because we were 25 points up. So they were in that moment again.
It was a slower crumble too.
We were in that moment again. We had time on our side. We had scoreboard pressure on our side.
Yep.
And we failed even worse than what we did the week prior. So people who think that being in these situations improves you, you are gravely mistaken.
You become
If you don't do
psychotic
nothing about it. Well, it's that old saying that if you keep doing the same thing
over and
over again and getting the same result,
It's insanity.
it's insanity.
I just
And the worry for me now is, and that the development with regards to how these players handle pressure at the club, and
The
I said it
younger
a few
kids,
weeks
yeah.
ago. No, just the whole group.
just the whole group,
And the
yeah,
club
yeah.
in general, the development of how these players and people handle pressure is borderline negligent.
Oh, yeah.
Negligent.
Yep.
How are you ever going to... We have played 4 games just to make the 8
Yep.
and have failed at every turn.
100%.
I don't get why.
What the hell is it going to be like when the pressure is on the line in a finals match?
Oh.
And you can't handle what happened in the last 4 weeks against, arguably, you've played Adelaide. Who else have you played?
Brisbane,
Melbourne,
Collingwood.
Collingwood.
And the thing is, with Adelaide are a far shitter side,
They're fucking
Right.
third
There was
last.
no pressure in
but
that game.
Brisbane kind of had us. But Melbourne and Collingwood,
We were winning.
we were in control.
Correct.
And
We
then
were winning.
if I hear anyone blame injuries,
Nah.
we were 4 goals, 25 points in front.
Without
With
Walsh, without
12 or 13
Stewart,
minutes to
whatever.
go. Without those players.
So I'll ask you this: were injuries to blame for the last quarter against Collingwood today?
No.
But it can't be if you're 25
Exactly.
points in
Were
front.
injuries to blame for the last 2 minutes against
No.
Same thing.
against
Same thing.
Melbourne?
We were in front.
That's right.
So
So-
it can't be that.
It's all between the ears.
Of course it's all between the ears.
Mind over matter, as they say.
And I'm telling you, there's some deep issues in there. And those first 10 weeks are an illusion. Because the reason
Honeymoon. I'm telling you, it was a
The
honeymoon.
reason I saw they were winning there, we got some players into the squad, and we got Curnow up there, up and running, right? We got those other players in Hewitt and Chera and Young. So we got these other players in there, and that was the natural progression we were going to get because we put better players in
Correct.
there, right? But was the whole system really working? Or was it just those players? Because now when you look at it, it seems like no. Because that's whatever he's been doing, right? It didn't work. It didn't work because at the worst time of pressure, when we needed it to work, it failed. It failed. It failed. It failed.
It's correct.
So there's something wrong.
Correct. Agree.
And I don't know what it is.
And I fear, my fear.
Oh, only they know what it is.
No,
So
my
maybe they don't know
my
what it is.
fear is that from what I heard Voss say with regards to how we grow as a club, that we need to continually be in these moments really, 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 really worries me. Like, really worries me.
Well, tell me something. Are they saying this, right, because... Are they saying this because it's a way of saving them to make
It's a
themselves...
cop-out.
A little bit, but I think it's the only
It's a
way.
cop-out.
I think that's just what they believe.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Well, if they believe that, then we're
They're
fucked.
Well, I know, and that's
We're
what I'm.
fucked.
They
That's
are
why I'm
fucked.
worried.
No, they are
If
fucked.
you look at it in isolation,
You can
right?
see it today. We're fucked.
So
That's what they believe.
They shit themselves.
have,
bottled it.
If you're an alcoholic and you think, oh, but I only have like 6 beers a night, I'm not an alcoholic, then you're fucked.
You're in denial.
You're in denial.
yeah. If so, I'll ask this question: have we improved on field? Yes.
Yes,
to a
in
certain extent.
in
Okay,
certain
right.
areas.
To a
yes.
certain
Okay.
extent.
Yes.
Did
yes.
you expect that at the start of the year?
Yes.
Okay, that we would improve on field.
Yeah.
Structurally wise,
Should
yeah.
should going from where did we finish last year? 14th or 13th?
40,
whatever.
Same shit. doesn't
Should
matter.
going from there to 9th be celebrated?
No.
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 You can't celebrate that. Well, how is that an achievement? What
It's
have you
not.
achieved?
And I'm not proud of them.
5
Proud of
spots.
what?
I'm not.
What's there to be proud of?
Nah.
Honestly, what is there to be proud of this year?
Nah.
That thing there. Participation award. That's what we get again.
And,
We have done.
We're going to send one out to everyone.
If people applauding this year, the Carlton Football Club has achieved what only one other team has achieved in the last 45 years, and that is to miss a final or miss finals, having been in a final spot for the entire year.
And who was that?
It was
Now,
Carlton in
want everyone-
77.
I
Whatever,
want everyone
right?
to think about that.
22
the entire year.
22 weeks.
You
in
know,
the top 8.
usually by about round 14, 15, the 8 is set.
Basically, nearly set, yeah.
It's nearly set.
We slipped away from top 4. We're in the top 4.
Yeah.
We slipped away. Just slowly down the hill. Slowly. Like and the last 4 weeks were an avalanche.
Oh, and another thing, last year, did we lose the last 4 games?
Yes.
And we had a chance to make finals too then.
Correct.
Like, there was less of a chance, but we still, if we kept winning.
We had to rely on others.
But still,
This year it was even worse because we had to fade in our own hands.
we just fell away. It was fucking.
So we can't do it either way.
Nah.
So we can't
When
rely on others.
when it has to go our way and we
doesn't
need
happen.
to rely on others, doesn't happen. When we have it in our own hands and destiny is our own, we can't do it. So you've had 2 sample sizes there of we need all these results to go our way. Didn't work. Everything that we had in our hands and in control of our own destiny, we failed.
Yeah.
To make the 8.
It's fucking sickening. It's just sickening.
And the team who nabbed us for that final spot,
Bulldogs.
we defeated quite comfortably in the second round of the season.
That would.
And
would
arguably,
steal,
you would think that if we actually played them in a final,
We'd beat 'em.
we'd probably get the better of them. Well, but you just don't know because
not
of the way
now.
we are.
Now.
Not now.
Not now, I don't think we would have, but yeah, you think so at one stage.
And
we
look at the
would've-
Bulldogs. Look how they handled it today.
Yeah.
Look
They
at the
got
players.
challenged,
Look
but
at that.
they just pulled through.
Premiership winners,
They're winners.
experience,
That's the difference.
handle the pressure,
They're winners, mate.
and they're in
They're
again.
They've
winners,
got their
mate.
mentality.
We've got a bunch of
never
losers.
giving
We're
up.
losers.
We are.
We're fucking losers.
And I'll tell you another thing. As much as I love some of these players, right?
I don't care.
A lot of those leaders keep failing us.
I know. Doherty in the last quarter, kick
He
out on the
does it a
full
lot. As much as I
turnover.
love him and he's had a good year, crunch time, he
Crumbles.
He crumbles.
I mean, and then you look back at all these moments from like, I'm trying to compare last week to this week because they're quite similar, right? And I'm looking at it and thinking, how the hell was it not in bet? Like all those moments that we had, time is more important than goals in the
course.
situation that
That
we're
you're
in.
in, yeah.
We got stoppages. Then we go inside forward 50. Charlie Curnow. What's the first thing you should do
Take
when you're
the
in that
30
stage?
seconds.
You're ahead.
30.
Blah 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 blah.
30.
You know what happened last week? Time just got you by 10 seconds. Go back, settle down.
Take the full 30.
Allow your team defense to set up, go back, take the shot, nail it.
Also take a breath. Because the game was played at a frantic pace in that.
and that's the
2
other
last
thing, you know,
quarters.
like usually like he goes up, takes the mark, whatever, you know, fucking heartbeats pumping and that. Calm yourself down. You know when there's shooters in
What in war? A sniper.
Sniper.
well, the snipers
Who cares?
or even in
Fucking
Olympics
sniper.
or whatever.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Right? You're sitting there, what do?
Take
They
a
calm
deep breath
down
and go.
and then they just put their
Release
heartbeat.
and then go.
Right. Same with a football player. Just relax. Take the
Just
shot.
take your time.
Right. He did it like 2 or 3 times. He definitely, I remember the 2. The one that he kicked it straight into the Collingwood player.
He done that twice.
Yeah.
He did it last week too.
And then, you know what's funny is that
And then the important one where he should
I
have
actually-
just drilled it.
I actually thought the Wiedering press conference this week was okay, and then I looked back
Nah.
at it and I thought,
Nah.
no, not that. Like it
Nah.
was a bit better, but then I looked
Nah.
back and I thought, isn't that funny? Isn't that ironic? There was a line in there where he was like, we can go hell for leather on the 2 minutes that we failed against Melbourne, but the 118 minutes we played before, isn't it funny how that came back to bite him in the ass? See?
Always.
The last 2 minutes again. And if you go back and watch the passage of play for Jamie Elliott's final goal,
Oh.
it's an absolute disaster.
Oh, mate. Everywhere.
No,
breaks
no
down.
voice,
Everywhere.
no leadership, no one at half forward, front and centre.
Breaks down.
No one. It was just mate. We had
Self-imploded.
one-on-ones at the centre square or in the centre circles, along the centre circle. We had one-on-ones everywhere, right? Then you look back, you think, how did we not have a spare? How the hell did we get caught out the back?
I don't know.
We had them in the front half.
Oh, the fuck.
We had the ball there. It was again in the front half, and we did the same thing that we did the week before.
How many times? Fuck. Mate, maybe I was going insane or I was watching a different match, but how many times did they find that kick through the corridor? Like that on our defensive 50, just past it. Look at him going. They found that in that he killed us.
All their leaders stood up when they
Gully,
needed to. Look who got involved. That last passage of play. Maynard to Pendlebury, out to Elliott.
And I'm
And he
sorry.
finishes off.
That's a difference.
And you know,
Finishes.
we were
That's a
saying in, I think it was that third quarter, there was no respect paid to Pendlebury for about 5 or 6 minutes. No one went to it. It was like
Second quarter,
uncontested.
second quarter.
quarter, sorry. Hey,
In that second quarter.
Yeah, just continually
are you kidding me?
outnumbered us.
And then Sidebottom got free and just like, what the fuck?
And this is again now. So, all right.
It's mental application as
So
well.
it's mental, but is there also a bit of like coaching in here? Why?
All of it, but it's all of it. It's everything.
So he's part of this mental problem.
No one, and that's why I said, okay, and he said after and he's been saying the last 4 weeks, to develop, we need to be in these positions, we need to continue to be in these positions. Okay, but the fact that you continually are in these positions and continually fail doesn't guarantee that development is going to come and that you're going to be better. If anything, you might get, in all probability, you'll get worse.
Yeah.
You will get worse because you'll be like, oh no, hang on. Wait, we're in this situation again, and the pressure's on, and I revert to this, and this.
I'd rather you be filthy on them for not being able to kick away.
I reckon.
How can you not be able to kick away?
I reckon there is absolutely no training with regards to boys when the pressure is on. Sam Doherty, this is your pressure tendency. Patrick Cripps, this is your pressure tendency. Jacob Wiedering, that's your pressure tendency. Charlie Curnow, this is your pressure tendency. Look, you've done this 6, 7, 8 times. They wouldn't even know.
No.
I'll tell you now, they wouldn't even know.
If they didn't know, that wouldn't happen. What you saw today wouldn't happen.
Well, tell me, if you keep getting yourself, like he says, you keep getting into these positions and you're going to get better. But then my question is, why you keep getting into the same
That's what I
fucking
mean.
position?
That's what I mean.
How can you get there? How do you end up there again?
We are
and
finding-
it happened all year, though.
We're finding so many ways to become,
Beat ourselves.
and become specialists in failure.
I'm just going to open this window a bit.
I mean,
it's getting a
it
bit-
happened against Hawthorn. You have to put, I think the mic's not on at the back, Rocco.
What do
No,
we
the
got?
mic's
Here we
on.
go.
Oh, I just moved it.
We all good?
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah.
It happened against Hawthorn,
At least Port
Port
if we see
Adelaide.
something, we try to fix it on the
Hang on,
run.
is there something flashing on there? Why is that flashing? Can you check
Here
that?
we go.
Just have a look. Just check why it's flashing. Have we got not enough minutes left?
No, you'll be alright. It'll switch over
Oh, it'll switch
to the
over.
other one.
Okay.
Yeah, you're
all
good.
right. Oh, good. No
You're
worries.
Did you clear the other one?
Nah. So midway malfunction. This is like Carlton. It's crumbling. Everything's crumbling. Apple crumble everywhere.
I reckon we should clear the other one.
That's alright. We'll keep going. And then
It won't. It'll stop because the other one didn't have much.
No.
All right.
All right. Intermission.
All right, we're back.
Sorry. Intermission.
Bit of an intermission. At least we fix problems while they're
On the
happening.
run. Yeah, we're
On
proactive.
the run. We're proactive.
Not
Didn't,
reactive.
didn't let that go.
Uh,
Saw the issue, put the
Yeah.
hand up, said no, stop, fix it.
let's fix it.
We rectify our problems
rectify
here
our
at
problem.
the jump a punch. But anyway.
And this is one of the issues with them. Is sometimes it doesn't seem that they're rectifying their problems, you know.
So, one thing, there was a message that just got sent to us. It said, can you talk about the lack of
saw
on-field
that.
leadership? It is there for all to see.
Where do you start?
It is there in the last 2 minutes of the game. And to think that these leaders are just magically going to guide us because they've been in this situation and failed, and think that that's just going to galvanise them and that they're just going to improve because the failure has happened, is a naivety that as a fan base we deserve to have punished. How's that?
Yep.
And people saying, oh, don't be harsh and don't be this. What's nice? Bunny rabbits are nice.
That's it.
You know what happens to bunny rabbits?
They die.
They get squished and eaten by wolves.
We make a polenta out of them.
Are these players and people at this club wolves?
No.
No.
No, and this is the issue.
Are they lions?
No.
Well, look, you gotta
the
sometimes.
deer.
I know, like
They still think it's the 80s.
Well, I was gonna say in the 80s this wouldn't have happened.
Nah.
Got to
Not a
move on.
chance.
I think that's been our problem too, looking too far back.
I don't know. I don't reckon we look far back enough.
But then how can you ever move forward?
No, we can move forward.
Understand
but you
the
learn
past.
from the past. Like in the past, this would never have been accepted.
Yeah, that with times may change, but standards must remain.
So in that
but-
sense, we would never accept this shit. We would
Yeah, but
never
now-
have sat there
But our
and
supporters
said,
are now.
yes.
That's the problem.
But this is the problem. So we've moved on.
Why?
We've moved into this different era.
Why?
Because they've been fucking indoctrinated by a bunch of motherfuckers at the top that have accepted failure for so long.
And also
We've failed
highlighted
for so long.
stuff that's really not important.
So define success for the Carlton Football Club.
Respects and rainbows. I don't give
What
a
i-
shit.
what
I'll
is-
just say it. I
what
don't
is-
care.
What is success?
I don't care.
What is success for the Carlton Football Club?
Well,
Define success, because you have to be definitive with these things to achieve them. You can't
Premierships.
All right. We've gotta
lollipop
be
and willy
realistic.
waddle around.
Everyone's
them.
going to say it like,
Yeah, but what is being
No.
realistic?
What
It's
is? Hang on. What is your success? Define success at the Carlton Football Club.
if I had to define it.
Yes.
So everyone's going to be saying premierships, and of course that's the ultimate goal.
Sustained success.
Sustained success. So every year you
Competing
are
for the
competing
flag.
for the flag.
Like Geelong. Like you said,
That is success.
that's sustained
Because
success.
then you need a little bit of luck, you need a little
Yes.
bit of everything
So
to
why
win
Can't win it every year, the
it. Right.
flag. It's
Why-
But you have to be
in
competing.
a position to win the flag
Every
every
year.
year.
Why is that watered down based on what we see in reality? But why is that watered down? It's because people
Because
don't want to feel the pain
Of
of
losing.
asking for this
And not
and
getting
not
it.
achieving it.
well, I think that's society these days. First
I
of
agree.
all. So society are like, oh, you don't want to
Weak-minded.
get hurt.
Weak-minded.
Yeah, so you
Doesn't
not,
get you
Mollycoddling.
anywhere.
and you don't put yourself out there either.
Everyone wraps each other in cotton
Right,
wool.
because-
Oh, it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's right. It's next
100%.
year. It's always fucking next year. It's always next
That's
year
right.
with
and
us.
this is the problem. They always go, there's next year, there's
It
a
can't be next year. Now.
It has to be
In
now.
psychology.
I'm over the next year
In
thing.
psychology, if someone continues to tell you that they don't feel great and they feel terrible and they feel like crap and they feel devastated, what do? Do you say, it's okay, you're fine?
No, you find
Do
the
you, hang
problem.
on.
it's
That
like,
is the
no.
worst thing you can do.
It's the worst thing because
It is the worst possible thing you can do. That's negligent. That's negligent.
You gotta try
If
to-
someone feels devastated and feels like absolute crap, you've got to say you're not okay.
No, you got to find out why they're not okay. Then you got to rectify the problem,
We're gonna lift
and then you move forward from that.
we lift them.
It's simple. It's actual simple.
So
I don't care what anyone.
at
it's
the end of
simple.
the day,
simple. And they could have done that in a short time. It's short time of space. Space
All
of
right, but
time.
that all comes
Because they
down-
could have done that from last week, from the Melbourne
course.
game, and rectified it this week with the win.
Well, it
in
should
the
have been
last
done
10
for
minutes.
fucking in the middle of the year when
But
we
I'm
started.
just saying, they could have rectified that
Yeah.
and gone, all right, maybe they did learn something from last week. But
Yeah.
they didn't.
They didn't.
They didn't.
And I don't think they were the hard truths weren't told last week, and this is why they.
I don't think
failed
they've been
there.
told for the last 4
No,
weeks.
they haven't been told.
Maybe
So tell me
longer.
now. So all of a sudden, we have become this weak side for the last 20 years. We accept mediocre
Mediocrity.
performances every week, right?
Yep.
All comes down to the top.
So if people deem the season as a success, why were you devastated at the end?
That's right. That's right.
So it means you shouldn't have been devastated.
Also,
you
were
would have
you
been happy,
happy?
if it didn't matter.
But you know what?
Didn't matter on what result if
These
you were.
people are just trying to make themselves feel
First
better.
judgment's usually right, yeah?
Yeah.
Always. Gut feel.
Devastated. Devastated.
Why are you devastated?
Because you didn't get to where you want to be.
Where we should have been.
Exactly.
Yeah.
where we could have been.
Could have, not should have.
Exactly.
We could have
You
been.
got to earn the right to be there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, people that think like that within the club, outside of the club, they're just doing it for themselves. They make themselves feel better. Oh, you know what?
No, but it's
wasn't-
okay. Charlie came back and he won the Coleman.
That's right.
Good on him. Well done. So we didn't
No,
praise
that's good,
it.
that's
We didn't
good,
praise
that's good.
it,
But
he
it-
did win
yeah,
it. But
huge.
it's not it's not an individual sport. It's not tennis.
If that was
It's
the
not
case,
boxing.
Brownlow would be the most important
That's right.
thing, but it's not.
It's not.
It's not. So
Flags
to me,
are.
like since the 2000s, I'm telling you, since John Elliott, right?
Well, one great man said that we interviewed Cooter.
Yeah. Since John Elliott, the leaders up the top haven't been setting the standard. The standard should be, right? You know what? I wish I might show this. Have you seen the one where Kobe Bryant talks and he says he's 2 up in, I think it's Kobe Bryant, he's 2 up in the championships and he's real sober.
Oh, yeah, in the thing, yeah.
And the bloke goes, aren't you happy you're 2
No.
up? And he goes, well, what's to
Happy
be
about
happy
what?
about?
2
Have we won
wins.
it?
No.
Have we won anything? So what are we happy about? Right. This is the exact same
Job's not done.
situation.
Job's not done.
What are we happy about? We happy finishing 9th. We happy finishing 9th. You should never be happy. I can understand if you go for a year and you win 1 game and then the next year you win 5 or 6. You go, all right, we improved because it takes a while to get up there, you know?
But does it?
No, but it depends on how bad you are.
Yeah,
Well,
Collingwood.
Collingwood's shown
Sydney?
that it doesn't. That's right.
I want to
That's
know why Collingwood traded out 3 of their starting.
Trelaw?
They traded out 3 of their starting 22.
Yep.
Are paying Adam Trelaw a wage at another club,
Of the club, correct. And they're
and
happy
are able to surpass us, and not just surpass
smash
us,
us.
fly
Smash
past us.
And you got to feel like Grundy too.
They want to get rid of
They
him
want
too.
to get rid of him. And he's one, they gave him a 7-year, $8 billion contract, right? And they don't give a fuck. They get rid of him.
And now the concern for me is, you got to think too. These players' careers are not very long.
No.
We've had the luxury of these players, this core group, not moving on.
None of them have. There's only been-
They'll, and you know what? It might be the best thing for them to move on from the club.
You know what? And I feel like a successful club, there's some players that just, you can't fit them in, and they go. Even though they are good players, they go.
That's right.
And
Because you've
on-field-
bred so many good players, you can't keep them all.
No.
You've got to be willing to take a hit somewhere.
Yeah.
Our on-field leadership is disastrous.
Oh.
Under pressure.
It
But
almost,
how long have we been? Well, this
it
is,
almost doesn't exist. Now, look, you can say like Cribs has had like a good year, and I think
he's been. I don't think he's been great. I think he's been.
I think
good.
he's been great to start.
Better
in the
than
middle,
last
he had
year,
a bit,
but
and he
doesn't
kind
matter.
of finished off strong.
I've liked his year.
I think he's shown leadership.
But
I think,
isn't that a concern?
what?
That he's played well this year and we still haven't made the 8?
Oh, 100%.
But that
And
was a
Walsh has played well.
concern
The
last
2
year.
Walsh.
Kerno, it's the same thing as
Kerno.
last year though.
Yeah, Harry, Walsh.
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
It's exactly the same thing as last. It's a carbon copy
Yeah.
with 5 more wins
That's right.
and maybe a better coach.
Maybe. No, he's a better coach.
He's a better coach.
He's a better coach.
You got your 5 extra wins.
That's not that hard to do.
No, it's
No.
not that hard to do.
Well,
we had a coach
Teague was
that wasn't even credited, so
Teague, yeah. I mean,
wasn't even credited.
he wasn't a coach. He was just a soul there.
that they just put in. It's decisions, man. Like seriously, if we haven't got strong leaders up the top, how can we
Well,
have
this
strong
is
leaders
where we
on
come
the
back
ground?
to us saying, remember last year we said we should go out and get Basher Hooley.
Yes,
He's a fucking winner.
we said that.
Here's 300,000-400,000. Come. Now we're saying it this year. He said today to me, "Why don't we go and get Gunston? Why don't we? Can play both ends of the ground.
Yeah.
Won how many flags? 85
Yeah.
flags. Why not go get someone like
I
a
think
Titch Edwards?
He would have been good today.
Why can't you go and get Titch Edwards?
Yeah.
I know we've got people go, oh, you done it in Richmond. Doesn't matter. He's a fucking winner.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
won 3
They know.
flags.
I look at this now, right?
Go get 1 or 2 of them.
We're at a point where
Crossroads.
I think the worst thing we can do is pick up young draftees at the point with which this club is at.
I agree. Like, how many more young kids can we
No,
get
but
into
it's
this?
not. It's not that.
It's that.
It's
it is
this.
that.
No,
but it's that.
this.
It's the whole I'm going to come into a club, and if they fail again and again and again and again, what are these young kids
They're just going to learn that too. You're indoctrinated into
They
the
have to,
Ruin another
honestly, and I don't like saying this, but they have to just go hard with those draft picks and just try and find some established premiership players who can come in
Got some fucking bottle, mate.
and just show these boys the way. Like what I know they haven't won it yet, but they're there. Look at Brisbane; they got Hodge and
Birchall.
Birchall.
And Birchall's there
Look
now.
at Melbourne went and got Paul Roos.
Yep.
You know who did it in the modern game. You know, and they got Jordan Lewis in. Remember, they got Jordan Lewis
Couple of years,
as well.
3 years.
You know, they got Jordan Lewis in. I think we really need to go down that mould. And look, Geelong did it as well.
Yeah,
They got Isaac Smith from Hawthorn, who is their arch rival,
I don't
arch
care.
enemy.
I wouldn't care. Just go get those players. It doesn't matter who they're from. People go, oh, he's from there. Who gives a fuck where they're winners.
No, you need. Yeah, no.
People need to take that away from it and look at the player as an individual and go, what can he bring to this club that we do not have?
Teams off field, we've made some okay decisions with regards to all that, but on the field is still.
Have we?
Well, in those big moments.
Well, we don't know.
We don't know yet. You're assuming we made some good decisions, and we
Pardon me.
probably have. I mean, if you look off field, anyway, I'll be controversial. Fuck it, I'm going to be controversial.
What controversial, man?
I'm going to tell you
It's not
my
even
feelings about this, right? And I know that it's very raw. To me,
It's your opinion. You can stay
all
what
right,
you please.
I'll give you my opinion. To me, it starts from the fucking top, right? To me,
Yep.
Sayers was there in our worst time.
Yep.
Sayers did nothing to change it, and now he's leading the ship. First step. Cook, all right, champion.
Yeah.
I'll have to
Winner.
admit,
He's a
good.
winner.
But I've heard from sources. No, I've heard from sources.
Get up,
He
Arthur.
takes. Well, the problem with Cook was he went there for 3 years. He was retired.
Yeah.
They got him out of retirement, so he's not there for the long term. But I'll accept that he can fix things in
Well,
3
he can
years.
put, and this is where
He
you
can put
talk
things
about
in
the
place,
premiership
strategy
players
in
on the field in
place.
place
Yeah.
that can just.
And I did hear him talk once, and what I did say that I liked what he said, that he was putting the right people in the right position. So I'm happy with that. There are other things I'm not too happy about. And I've said this, even though he's one of my 5 favourite players in all time that I used to pay to go and watch every day of the week.
Diesel.
I still don't believe he's the right thing for the director of football.
I've got a blood nose. I'll be back, guys.
Here we go.
There's like intermissions everywhere.
Fucking hell. What's going on here?
Blood nose, fucked hands,
Lord.
fucked
Tissues?
gloves,
Do we
fucked
continue?
everything.
Or we wait? All right, so the discussion was that hard that it fucking made his fucking face bleed. But
He's got a hematoma on his head.
yeah, I
Now I've
know,
got a
I'm
blood
telling you,
nose.
I've got an ulcer, man. I'm shitting
It's a
out
ripper
blood.
blood
They've killed me, mate. They've killed my inside.
He's spraying blood there.
They just killed my insides, man. My soul is gone. If there ever is a soul, man, it's disappeared. Anyway, you can say whatever you want. I still think the director of football is an important role.
Of course,
One of the most
it is the
important
most
roles.
important.
I don't think Greg Williams would be a great coach. I don't think he's a director of football. And what I've heard is that as far as that role's going, he's not doing too much, you know, so it's a kind of a wasted position. But anyway, that's another thing. I hope I'll get proven wrong.
But he's marketable.
And this is the issue.
Sickening.
The fuck?
Oh, I've got to
This
stop
is
it somehow.
Sickening.
This is the
Sickening.
issue.
Remember what I said at the start?
No, but this is the
it's
issue. If
total
we are
fanfare.
getting,
It's
if we
fanfare.
are doing things,
And I get sucked into it.
It's
like an
fanfare.
idiot.
and we all kind of get sucked into it because no,
It was
I didn't.
fanfare.
Right?
We said at the
I
start, it's
said at the
total
start,
fanfare.
I never liked it. I never liked that position that was taken there. And again, kind of know that that position was taken for to keep the fans happy. Of
course.
We got Williams. We got
They
Williams.
play on this, mate. And
So-
they've done it for a while.
And we can say that now that we haven't made finals. then I always said, now again, we're not going to be. How can anyone take me fucking seriously? This is fucking a joke, mate. We can't do this.
I'm trying.
It's a disaster. It's falling apart there. It's done.
We're going to take a break.
All right, let's take a break.
All right, so we're back. We all good?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man, they're killing us from the fucking inside.
Inside out.
Anyway, let's get back to this. They're just my opinions. This could be half of a Rocco's rant or whatever it is. But as far as we were talking about leaders,
Yes.
right? And the leaders start from the top in any organisation.
Yep.
Right? If the leader at the top, the CEO, the owner, whatever, if he isn't a strong leader, everyone else, when the cat's away, the mice will play in a way. You know
Correct.
what I mean? Like, so if he's not setting a standard, how can the rest set a standard?
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? They've all got to be that standard. And I see, just like in the game plan, I said this last week, that I saw little things during the year that all accumulated to that last 2 minutes last week.
Death by 1,000 cuts.
Yeah, and now I saw little things in the way they structured everything that it all came to roost at the end.
Yep.
When we really needed it, they didn't stand up. Moves weren't made. You know what I mean? Just little things. And I know we're all generals after the battle now. But when you look at it, it really does have to start from the top. You know what I mean? Set the standard. Kuda said that after a loss,
Elliot was in there.
no, he wouldn't go in.
He wouldn't go in.
Yeah.
And he said he respected that.
Yep.
He would not go in. It was like he was disgusted at him.
Yeah.
And then when they did win, he'd go in and he'd give them votes. You were the best. You know, you know, like he set this standard of a winning culture, you know. And then you got to think about it. In 87, we win the premiership, right? In 88, right, we have a fairly good year. 89, halfway, lose first 6 games. He sacks the fucking premiership coach.
Yep.
Yeah, ruthless.
Ruthless.
Yeah.
We're not. We're the nice. I can't believe we've become the nice club.
I can.
We are the nice.
I can.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'll give you another example I don't like about these things, right? And they're just little things, but it ODs me, right? Sorry to say this, but the cheer squad.
Oh, yeah.
No, but I'll tell you something I saw that I don't like.
What?
They've got the Aboriginal flag, right?
Which is fine.
Which is fine, right? They've got the big yellow current symbol in the middle of the Aboriginal flag and they fly that in the cheer squad. That is sacred, mate.
That's David.
Don't change the colour. Don't use it for your political things, right? This is a standard we should be setting at the club, mate. The jumper, the monogram, winning should never change on this club. And the problem is, over recent years, we have changed that mentality. We have changed that mentality. We're happy with these
We
sort
lost
of
sight
things.
of what really matters.
What really matters. And at the end of the day, you can say whatever you want. At the end of the day, we are a football side.
Not a marketing
and
department.
Football side, play football. And when you play football, you must win. That's it. Full stop. The rest of it, I don't care. And unfortunately, it looks like we've just fallen away from it. And you can say whatever you want about this year. Yeah, all right, at that. This has been happening for the last 20 years, mate. What don't you see about that? If I was the president, I'd be out tonight.
Oh, you know.
I'd be doing press conferences tonight. Go, mate, this isn't good
You know
enough.
what?
Voss, I'm going to give you one more year and you can go and get stuffed if you don't get it. And this is the standard we should live by. But they're not. They're not. You know what they're going to do? And I'll put this out now. They're going to put out that thing won the Coleman,
correct.
right?
Yeah.
And I had something else in my head they're going to put on fucking... Oh, they might put that they did the new bloody stands there at the thing that I
New
don't give
precinct, the complex.
the complex, which I don't give a shit about,
I don't
right?
care.
I'm telling you, that's what they're going to bring out.
You know
and
what
they're going to try to...
You know what the funny thing is too? I was walking out today and I was fucking angry, like steam car. Last week I was devastated.
Yeah.
This week I wanted to kill somebody. Like, I would have gone to jail tonight.
It was angry.
Right? And I'm walking out and I'm looking at these supporters. And they were laughing in that. Carlton supporters. I'm like, do you understand what has just happened to your fucking football team?
Yeah.
You've lost by a
You
point.
should be angry.
You should be wanting to fucking kill someone.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm just built different
No.
and I'm wired differently. Like I'm psychotic. I know I am. But
we should-
I went out of the ground and I saw fans, not everyone, but I did see a lot of fans. They didn't. It's like they didn't care.
No.
And I think that's what the club has done too. They've set that standard like, it's
like,
okay.
You know what? You can't.
It's
And
okay.
I say, like, you know, can single out players. I mean, the cheer
of
squad,
course,
the blue
of
ball,
course.
whatever, right? But
course.
for me, like, it's not. I don't think it's a case of you singling out someone because
No.
that's exactly what's to blame. I think it's, and I try to take this mentality on board that what has happened in the last 20 years at this club is on everyone.
Everyone.
Yeah, everyone.
Because
And I like, and when I say everyone, I mean, and I keep saying it,
literally,
you,
all of us.
Supporters,
me,
yeah.
The dog,
You, all of
across the road, everyone.
But you know, with supporters, even the supporters need to be led.
But we set
Yeah.
a fucking standard as
You know,
well.
but they still need to be led.
I understand.
Because the
It's
supporters
like a
just
horse.
can't,
It's like a water. Like a horse to
if it
water.
was led, maybe they would come with
with us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But no one's leading that
You know what the
charge.
worst thing is
I
as
don't-
well?
was-
I look.
I
I think
I can
our,
see you're lost.
our fans
just
this
don't
year
know.
have been brilliant,
They have
Yeah.
been.
right?
Come out
and
in
you know what I
numbers and
fear?
shit.
You know what I fear is that these mongrels at the club are going
it.
to use the sentiment
Yeah.
and the dedication of this fan base
The
to string us
90,000,
along for
this and
another
that.
fucking decade
The
into
90,000.
the abyss
Yeah.
again.
That's right.
That's what they're
Because
going to do.
Because today,
And how dare you do that?
oh, look at the fans. Oh, thank you, 90,000. I don't give a fuck about the
no.
fans. I don't care about the other
is at the
90,000. Nah, even at the start of the
Yeah.
game, I don't care. I want to be out there and all I want to think about is Carlton winning the game.
You know
of
the worst
football.
thing about
That
it
should be the
too?
first
That's
thing.
it. I don't care about
that-
90,000. I don't care about you, and I don't care about you. I want to go there thinking game
That's
of
right.
football, in
right.
and out, win.
100%.
That's it.
You know what I also think as
Yeah.
well? I also
I'm just wired
Yeah.
different. I'm fucking sick
no,
in
no.
the
It's
head.
not, what worried me too, and going back to the press conference
I haven't
with
watched it.
Bossy as well. I don't know if he said, but just go back and have a look. I will by the time this comes out. The first thing he should have addressed in that press conference was the fans.
Yeah.
The first question he asked of him was about the players. He should have just directed that and said, "Yep, they're burning, but we feel for our fans today because we let them down."
Yep.
Didn't say it at all.
No, he didn't mention the fans again. Yeah, you're
I
right,
would have
Kurt.
been up there in arms saying we let 89,000 members down
Yep.
today with our actions because we weren't able to get the job done in the most important game of the season.
Yeah.
And they left that ground dejected and rejected over what had happened.
Devastated.
Yep.
Devastated.
Address the people.
So he didn't address. Did he
I
address
don't,
this at
I'd
all?
have to go back and look at it. I'm hoping he did.
Fuck
We
it,
watched most of it, and I didn't hear it.
I
so-
didn't pick up anything, but it should have been the first thing addressed in
You
the
know
press
what?
conference.
It does. That's. So I expect it. I don't really care
Well, that's sad that you expect that.
because I expect. I
You
do.
know, the great sides, they
So
always...
you know, and
I expect
I do, and you mentioned the cheer squad before, and this is not, I'm not singling out the cheer squad. I'm just saying everyone in general. You know, there is when you, especially as a fan base, when you take your eye off what truly matters, and the reason you support your club is to win. Yeah.
So why'd you say that?
Hey,
Why are you saying that?
because they have,
And what did they do during the week?
with regards to.
Well, I saw like a lot of posts and
That
that.
Essendon.
Oh
and
yeah, so
Essendon.
that frustrates me because one, I don't give a shit about
Other
Essendon.
teams, I don't care.
And we're taking
Right,
the,
as a Carlton supporter, right?
but we're
as a
taking the
neutral,
eye
as
off
a-
the ball, man.
Yeah, and I think like I would hope internally that they're not, but you kind of, you know, I think the energy and efforts that we spend doing that kind of stuff should be spent on demanding more from the club,
Yes.
right? And you'd be surprised at how little it takes, you know, when the majority get together and start asking for more. So, you know, I mean, I look at all this stuff and think, well, how can this footy club get better And my fear is that it won't, because one, they just don't put their hands up and accept that.
It's their fault.
They want to accept reality with not excuses, but it's like, oh, we had this, and
Try to
this,
play it
which
down.
culminated to this. Not,
This is what happened. This
we're
is how
not good
gonna
enough.
fix it.
It's a shock. It's not a great year, and we need to get better mentally. We need to put these things in place and these things in place to get better. And I mean, obviously on field has improved a little bit, but that doesn't that doesn't mean it's a successful season
Well,
by any stretch.
we were talking
improved,
to
yeah.
somebody before the game, and I don't know. You can take it with a grain of salt. I don't know. Maybe it's true. Maybe it's not.
I don't know.
But if this is true, I feel it's a bit disgusting, to be honest. That before the Melbourne game, they needed a psychologist,
A mentor.
mentor, like someone to get them up for the game.
Yeah,
Why?
that's right.
Why?
You should be self-motivated.
Yeah, but not everyone is.
Yeah, but
But
why can't you do that?
It shouldn't.
Why can't you do that internally?
That should have. I'll tell you what. That should have been at the start of the season.
Correct.
Mate, we
It shouldn't get down to desperate stakes for
No.
you to do that. But I will say it's an important part, and if that
I understand that,
if that works, like great.
but it didn't.
No, it didn't.
It didn't.
Yeah.
I don't
So,
buy
so
into
what?
that
So
shit.
doesn't so then doesn't that mean the mentality of the
If
group
it's
is
true,
not good enough?
I don't know if it is or it isn't. I don't know if it is or it isn't. But if it is true,
So-
I
Yeah.
I personally I don't like that.
you know,
Well, it's
why-
been proven in a way because we've been like we had to be up. We had finals at stake
Yeah, but how
for
can you-
weeks.
I don't get how
For
you-
weeks, and how can we not get up?
Yeah.
Isn't that enough motivation? Going out to play one game of football should be motivation enough.
Yeah.
Let alone, it's a milestone. This week I play. I said this about Bruce Dool last week. He used to go out in full fucking training gear every week because during training because he played
grand final.
the way every training session was a grand final. Every game was a grand final. You can't switch on and off when you want.
No.
You should be ready to go every single time, mate.
The club's not wide like that anymore, unfortunately.
Well, then we're
not.
stuffed. But
They
are
are.
other clubs wired like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Geelong.
we were wired like that.
We
How did it all-
Was.
Yeah, we were.
Was. Yeah.
Was?
Where was? Does I just say was?
Oh, yeah. We
Was.
were was.
No one is going to remember this year.
No.
No.
In
You
20
don't
years'
remember
time.
ninth.
Who
No,
finished ninth last year?
You'll remember this
I
year.
don't know. I don't know who finished ninth last year. No one cares.
No one
I don't
cares.
know.
No one
No one
cares.
cares who finished eighth.
No one cares who finished first. All anyone cares about is the winner of the flag.
Yeah.
You don't care about who finished first. You don't finish first 5 years ago. Maybe we do, but yeah, probably Adelaide. But I don't know Geelong. But it doesn't matter.
Well, you know it's one of them. It's definitely not us.
And it doesn't matter. I don't get how it's fucking. I'm just lost for words. It's disappointing. And what? Now we have to wait until next year again.
Oh, yeah, pretty
It's always next year.
pretty much. We
You're
have
gonna-
to wait. We
And
have
how
to
do you
wait.
know what's going to happen next year?
No, well, we were saying this last week. Like,
You don't
there's
know.
no guarantees for next year.
You don't know.
You know what's going to
This
happen.
year was
next
the
year.
So-
year. Could have been
Well,
the year.
this week was the week, and then you take next week or the week after as the week. You take everything that's before you. You take it with both hands and you run with it, right? Because you don't know what's going to happen. I said this today in the fan camps. My dad used to say to me, right? You do what you can in the morning
Yeah.
because you don't know what's going to happen in the afternoon, right? You get caught up
Yep.
and you don't get to do it.
I agree.
Right? So you do what you can when you can in the morning. Get everything done. It's the same now. Take your opportunity now. You don't know what's going to happen next year. There's no guarantee that we will improve. Because, all right, I'll give you an example. Port Adelaide. They
could
didn't improve
Yeah.
this year.
mate,
They
they
might
could
improve next year, whatever. But I'm just saying, there's no guarantee
No.
for next year.
No.
You know what I mean? And I'm scared that these losses here are going to scar the
They're
side.
detrimental. They could be.
Or you carry no momentum into next year.
Nah, you're coming off 4 losses in a row.
The momentum
Carry
that
no
we
momentum.
kind of gained, we threw it all
I
away.
mean, we can all talk about improvement, right? But
I think we
what
improved.
the hell has happened in the second half of the year? We've gone.
We improved and then we Mate, we
This
fell off.
hour.
Mate, we
Well,
fell
you
off
look-
the face of the
We had
earth.
to look at it before.
We've gone 4 and 8.
4 and 8 in the
4
last
and
half.
eight.
We're 14th in the second half of the year.
4 and 8.
I think Adelaide have won more games than us, maybe. I don't know,
And
in that-
those four, who did we beat? Well, we can
No
see
one.
it. Well, we beat
Essendon,
Essendon,
shit.
which is shit. The
Fremantle,
only good's on
okay.
Fremantle.
West Coast, shit. Giants, shit.
That's it. That's who we beat.
No
Think
one.
about it, people. That's who we beat in the second half of the year. We are no better than West Coast, all of them.
Not in the second half of the
Nah,
year.
not
no.
the second half. And maybe that first half was a little bit of a... They were in a little bit of a high, but they couldn't maintain
I
it.
personally reckon it's a honeymoon period, but
Yeah.
maybe I'm wrong.
And then they fell away. And then they
I
kind of
feel
like
like they-
drank their own
Maybe,
bathwater.
yeah, maybe like they seized up. Like they were playing with freedom.
After that Sydney game, man.
They just seized up. It was just like, well, you can't say anything good. There's nothing good to come out of it.
No.
Well, Charlie won a Coleman. Good on you. I'm glad you came back and you won the Coleman, but it means nothing.
We're not playing.
Just like Harry's Coleman last year. What does it mean?
Means nothing. We're not playing finals.
It's more embarrassing
It
that we
is.
won it and we did nothing.
2 years in a row.
To tell you the truth, guys, I want everyone this to settle in. Today's game is one of the most embarrassing moments
as
I've
a-
felt in football.
As a Carlton supporter, oh
As a
yeah,
Carlton
yeah.
supporter.
I don't want to go to work tomorrow.
No, this is
My
bad.
boss is a
Do
Collingwood
you understand
supporter.
what happened? We let Collingwood beat us by a point to knock us out of the finals, right? And then finish top 4.
That was
while
like-
we were in front by 20.
You know what it is like?
That is the worst day in my football history, and I've been to losing grand finals.
Yeah. I would have rather got belted today.
Yeah. At least you go, you know what? You're not
We were
good enough.
fucking shit.
Not good enough.
You know what
fact
the worst
that we
thing
were
is?
25 up.
Pommy said it too in his workspace. He goes, if you're miles off, he goes, I'd rather be miles off because at least you know, right? Then rather be half right and halfway there because that means something's wrong. If you can do what you've done in the first half of the season and then not be able to replicate it in the second half or not bring to an end your poor form and then reverse that, what do you say? What did Vin Diesel say? It doesn't matter if you win by an inch or a mile, winning is winning. So's losing.
That's right.
I can't,
That's right.
It's just a big
I
fat
can't-
L on the fixture.
Today's a big out.
can't believe they
I know.
bottled
Did
it
nothing.
The
again.
biggest L.
We took the fattest L you could take.
I told you, this...
out of just take every other team out of that. Collingwood.
It's the
1 point.
I'm telling you, we are the specialists in failure.
We're bottle jobs. We actually bottle
It's
everything.
a bottle job.
We're a bottle job.
Dead
We're
set
a bottle
bottle job.
team.
This is bad.
Bro, it's horrible.
This is horrible, man.
There's if anyone comes up to me and says we had a good year, I'll fucking jab him. I'll fucking jab him. And beware, anyone on social media, I'll fucking jab you too. But by words.
Yeah. That or, or injuries.
No, there's no excuse.
Injuries.
Nah.
There's
I'm not taking
our-
any
we're
excuses.
Improved. Mate, that's like...
And
as
low
bad
key,
as
I'm
it.
sorry. I know every club does this, but we've done this for 20 fucking years. Lying still. We're fucking lying about players and injuries.
Yeah.
Like Kennedy and Hewitt.
That's got to
and
be...
that.
Actually, that's another topic.
I fucking hate that. I
that's-
hate being lied to.
The other one...
Tell me to my face and tell me that they're injured. They're not playing this week. At least we know in our head, all right, he's not playing, next player in.
That's right.
We've been lied to again, and we wanted this to stop last year, and we accepted it this year again like fucking idiots.
You know,
a bunch of fucking idiots we are. We're a bunch of
needs to-
idiots.
that's another thing that needs to be brought up: the injuries and the high performance management. It's
Soft
not
tissues.
just like collision
gonna
injuries are going to
happen.
occur,
What are you gonna
right?
get with a collision
Walsh,
injury?
rolled ankles,
Soft
syndesmosis.
tissues.
But I'm looking at this season and thinking, George Hewitt back, Sam Walsh back, Oscar McDonald back, Martin calf,
Bites
Williams
tight.
calf, Honey calf, Owies calf, Chera adductor, Chera tight hamstring, Sard look out on his feet,
Fuck,
Who else?
he
Who
was-
else got niggled? Who else had a
He's
niggle?
He's a fucking star for coming
You
out
know?
today.
Oh mate, fuck.
But they
insane.
smashed him and they fucking belted
Did you see when
Sard
he
all
did
day.
that chase? You could see him.
Wiedering
Against
apparently
McCreary.
has Wiedering
Huh?
apparently has
McCreary.
something wrong
Yeah.
with him. Who else? Who else was there?
So
That
the whole
down
club's
niggled?
fucked. That's what we're saying. They're all
Stress-related
Problems
injuries.
everywhere.
They're all fucked.
There's problems everywhere. And
And-
there's no one there to address this to say there's a problem here.
Where's
we need to-
Cunningham? He's dead.
Yeah.
Where is he?
And then you know what? Look, I know Dow's not been good this year, to be in nice
Shit.
terms, right?
Yeah.
Right. Fucking hell, why, but?
Development.
not good enough,
Not
yeah.
good enough.
And if you notice with our development, our young kids don't develop like other sides.
Yeah.
They come
They
in
haven't
and they're
been. I
not good
mean,
enough.
look. I mean, it's. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah,
Bro.
look, I think. Yeah.
There's
You know
gotta
what's-
be,
yeah,
there's
yeah.
got to be something.
Well,
You know how-
look what happened.
I'm not
Look
saying
what's
that
happened.
Dow, like,
I mean,
oh,
look,
better
you've had
development is going to be better. What
Bolton
I'm
and
saying,
Teague.
But you know,
I still. I don't know.
you know what's
I
funny?
don't know.
You know what's funny? You go,
Well,
oh,
even the other
you know, no,
kids
no,
that
no, no,
come
no. I
in.
love this one. Oh, you know.
what about Stocker?
No, wait up, just fucking
Yeah.
listen to me. He's 18, he's 19. I'll go look at 18, 19. You know Jack Ginnivan? You know how many goals he's kicked this year?
Like 40.
36.
There you go.
Yeah.
Why
many-
can't our
What did he
players
kick
do that?
today? 4?
Three.
3.
And kick like 2 free goals.
Yeah.
Maybe 3. Why
And he's
can't-
18.
That's what I mean. Why can't
What
our
about
18...
Dacos?
Why can't they do that? I know we've had some. We've had some. Okay, we've had some.
Who?
Walsh.
Yeah.
Nick
that's not
Dacos
some.
has more poise across half back and through the middle than
Doherty.
Doherty.
Yeah.
It's sickening.
18-year-old.
Level-headed, calm with
Listen,
the ball.
I've been saying this with development for a while. Our development, even when we bring in kids, they don't look ready.
Unless they're a freak.
No.
Unless
Forget
they're a
about that.
freak, they're
They're
like
different.
they're
But
different.
if you notice other seats, like I notice a lot, I watch Richmond a lot because
Me too,
one,
yeah.
one of my best mates is Richmond, so
I watch all games.
I know, but I kind of think, and I notice when they bring in players,
It's
they're
fucking-
ready.
That Coleman bloke.
Geelong, whenever they bring in a player, they're ready.
Always.
You know, whenever we bring in a player, sometimes, yeah, then they play, and then they don't play.
What happened to Carroll? Where's he?
Reserves.
We come in for one game and see you later.
Well, that's
Not
got
good
to be
enough.
question too, doesn't it, again? So,
8 and 2, bro.
10 and 4.
10 and 4. 12 and, weren't we 12 and
4.
12
No,
and
12
12 and 5.
Absolute bunch
12
of
and
fucking
5.
bottle jobs. They are. They're a bunch of bottle jobs. It's disgusting. It's a vergogna. Anyone that accepts it, you're in fucking denial. You should not be accepting this.
Nothing.
But see, this is where my wires cross sometimes too. I'm like, are they good enough, or do we need to start again?
Maybe we're not
Because
good
we
enough.
I don't know. That's my. That's
who aren't good enough.
just the players. I don't know. Just
You know
everything.
what? Nah.
They can't a team like other teams build with less.
Yeah, I know. I
Fucking
know.
the Bulldogs won a flag with that team. That maybe 2 A graders, if that. Morris and the Bond. The rest of all fucking.
Half, fucking, they're just there.
Look at us. All these players
But
for
this is what I'm
what?
saying. If you look at our
What changes next year?
fuck, this is another discussion for another day, man. Like, seriously, I've got to think about this.
What actually changes?
I don't know. Like, you go
You've
either
got to
two
go to
ways.
another layer through coaching. It has to be.
It has to be.
Because I see things today, and in that first half, you go, why are we playing like this again? Why? And then the third quarter, you go, fuck, where did that come out of?
That's right.
Why is it a shock to our system when we play like
You know
that?
when they come out of the circle, I made the statement, did they change jumpers? Because they come out like
They play like
came out.
Collingwood, and we'll just...
Yeah, and they were doing the mistakes, and then all of a sudden in the third quarter we went into the last quarter. Sorry, we went into that.
No, but the
shells
thing
again.
was, in the last quarter, we got to the positions that we got to.
Yeah.
They just couldn't. They couldn't convert,
Yeah, that becomes mentality,
and
the
they
pressure.
bottled it.
Yeah, that becomes
They
that.
bottled it.
And again, those little things count. Kicking a drop punt for fucking goal is important. instead of
Composure.
trying to snap around the corner, hitting that target. Doherty kicking it out on the full. fucking, who was it? Durden. Was it Durden?
Yep.
Mate, come on, man. And then you go, he's young. But like
No,
you said,
it's a cop-out. It's a cop-out.
Or Dacos.
Yeah.
Mate, Dacos was like, he looked like his dad in that.
Better.
You know,
Him
like
and his
the
brother,
Composure.
Josh.
Both of them, they're just stars, man. You know what I mean? So there's a lot. There's a lot to be fixed.
Well,
I'll tell you what. This is.
They need winners.
I know.
They need winners on field now.
Yeah.
They need to go out there. They need to get winners on field that have won flags. They have to do it.
Yeah.
They need one. They need 2 players.
Yeah.
I don't care how much you're going to pay.
Like the Luke Hodge was perfect.
You
for
got to
this,
do
mate.
that. You have to do that.
Get
You
him
have
for a
to
year or
address that.
something. Someone
Because
with that mentality,
In
mate.
those moments, those players lift and they bring players with them. We don't have that.
Yeah.
We don't
Because
have
if
that.
they lived, you know, and you're right. I think you were maybe saying this before we got on or something. If these leaders aren't doing the right thing, they aren't lifting, they aren't taking the pressure. What do we expect the younger kids to
That's
do?
exactly
You
right.
follow by example.
Exactly right. Look at the way that the
It's like your
premiership
parents.
teams, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I look at my mum and I look at my dad. I probably look at my mum
If
more
they're
than my dad.
bananas, what if you were to turn
My
into?
dad's a banana. I look at my mum more and go, fuck, hard worker. Fuck, I never see her. She's always working. You know, fuck, maybe I'll take a leaf out of her book. That's what you do with your leaders.
100%.
So, I mean,
100%. If they're
I
making
know it's
those,
easier said than done, but fuck.
Well, someone's got to say it. Otherwise, it'll never occur.
I just don't get to 25 points up and blow it again. I want to break my other hand.
Told you, it's all between the ears.
I want to be
that whole thing.
handicapped.
because you get there. We're there. We're 25 points up. The week before, we're in front, like you're there. You can't say that you can't do it. And then it becomes that final step. It's always that final step that's the hardest step, you know what I mean? And they can't go over that, hump, you know?
Can't put teams away when they have to.
And that's another thing we don't do.
Nope.
I told you, I haven't seen it
They
yet.
haven't got that killer instinct.
I haven't seen it yet. Blood, like
Killer instinct.
foot to the throat.
And then there was a little bit of pushing
Nah,
and
but
shoving today again.
I haven't seen I'm going to cut your head off type shit. Like, you're dead.
No.
And you're not coming back. You haven't seen it. They haven't got that yet. Till I see that game, I go, maybe. Just maybe.
Well, who is tough on our side?
Captain stood up today.
I thought he was
he's tough.
Isn't that a worry? But that's more worrying for me is that he's played. He
out of his
had
skin.
like 27 contested
Contested
disposals.
possessions, yeah. He played out of his skin.
Went bonkers on the inside. Was fantastic alongside Cherry. Our midfield stood up again.
Oh, no, they
That was Crips of old there. That was fucking fantastic.
Today,
And look, I don't blame you. Know, sometimes how he tries to take on a bit too much. I don't blame him sometimes.
That's
He's
his pressure
trying,
tendency.
He's trying to lift.
his
man.
pressure tendency. When shit hits the fan, he's like, fuck.
I've got to do
I've
it
got
all.
to do it all.
That's his pressure tendency.
That's what he
and he
does.
got away with it 80% of the time. But
And my concern again is with this game is that everything that we wanted to go our way with regards to numbers, how the game played out
Blew him out of the water.
was there, and my worry is that we still haven't won.
I know.
So what does that tell you?
Yeah. I can't believe I had 65 inside 50s. Fuck.
Probably one of our highs for the year.
I think
It's
it is our
amazing,
highest.
isn't it? We've had prior to the last 2 weeks, every time our inside 50 count has gone above 50, we've won.
Was it?
Every time it's gone above
yeah.
50, we've won.
And we knew with Collingwood, mate, they were never going to give up
Nah,
to the last second.
It's unreal.
It actually
They're
is
relentless. They're relentless. They make you play until that
We did
final
it.
siren.
We didn't give up. We were just like not able to handle
The
it.
pressure. The
Not
pressure
able
got
to
to us.
handle
I don't think, as team, they never give up.
No, but
No one gives up.
in those small moments, but that are massive, they go to another level.
They do.
It's another.
And when I
instinct.
say give up, it's like taking that extra stride.
It's instinct.
You know what I mean? Doing that extra thing that you need to do when you can't do it. You know, they don't seem to. Like in that last couple of passages play where they got a goal, if you look, we were miles behind them.
Man, they're
Yeah.
desperate.
They were desperate. And then, like, you could see we weren't covering players. Like, we were lost. Because I think there was a couple where they went just straight down the middle.
Yeah.
And
That's
they'll
what I
take
mean.
an
Those
uncontested
kicks in the mark in the middle,
Yeah.
Far out.
where it should be the hardest place to get.
Never. You should never.
uncontested
You know when
marks.
they go down the middle, it's desperation usually. But this was like, fuck, they were hitting targets, man, and then running off.
Not good enough.
Nah, not good enough.
And they were willing to take that big risk, and it pays off.
They had to. And we just couldn't handle it.
Fuck, now, sorry for the yawns, but it is getting late, and I fucking had a big day. It wore me out today. I'll tell you, like I told you, is when I went outside, I met up with my daughter, and she was like in
Bawling.
tears.
Yeah.
Like really, really emotional about it. This is what the team does, you know. This is what footy does to you, man. It breaks you, you know what I mean? Like, it just breaks you. And I'm telling you, today is one of my worst days ever.
Yeah.
Losing
as a
to
footy fan.
Collingwood like this is my worst. This
You
could
know
be
what?
my worst loss ever.
You know what it was? It was like not a karma, like for 23 years later, but it was like, remember when we beat Essendon, the 99 prelim? This was like, I feel like this was their grand final today. Collingwood, they were real.
You know what?
They didn't want to
This,
let us in.
you know what? This is very similar to that. But we're on
It was
the
a
other
big
side.
fuck you. That's what it
a big
was.
fuck you.
And we're going to have to eat it.
Oh, bad.
You know, eat the pie, mate. You got to drink
All
your own
of us,
bath
all
water.
of us,
All of us.
All
All
of
of
us.
us. It's all of
All
us.
of you.
All of you.
All of you.
We're all going to have to eat this, man. We're all going to cop
And we will be a laughing stock for the next
Next
6 months again.
100%.
And deservedly so. We'll
Yeah.
be subject to every meme,
Yeah.
to everything.
But you know all that respect we earn, it's all lost.
Yeah, it is. It's gone.
It's gone. When we start next
Te-
year...
teams don't respect us now. They'll be like, look at these blokes. They're 10 and
bold
4
it.
and they missed the 8. Mate, other teams are laughing at us again.
Oh, bad.
You got
I'm telling you, it's-
teams down below laughing.
telling you,
Adelaide
this-
laugh at us. They got our number.
This season is
They got our
worse
number.
than 2018
I agree.
because we were expected to do something.
And we didn't.
We didn't, and we have done something that has only been done once in 45 years. And if we are to celebrate that, come on.
Can't be happy about that.
And then people go, oh yeah, but
No.
the year after they won a flag,
Nah. Doesn't work.
or a couple of years later they won a flag.
Doesn't work.
Yeah, but they had players in there who had already won flags and
Yeah.
knew what it was all about. We don't.
Yeah.
We don't.
Oh, you're
On
talking
field.
77, 79.
On field. Yeah.
Completely different. Yeah. But you're right. We missed that. But that was also top 4 or top 5 at the time too.
Correct.
But there was less sides. But anyway, yeah, it happened then.
You know what I mean, though.
It happened again now. Like
Yeah.
every week. We were in it till round 20. We were in it every week.
By the last seconds. The whole way. Every second counts.
Reap what you sow.
Yep.
You reap what you sow.
So we quit, man. And I want some honesty now from the club.
We should fucking know you're
It's
you're
the only
asking
way you'll
for a
move
lot.
forward, but don't they?
You're asking for a lot. From them.
The only way to move forward with
Self-preservation,
any
right?
of this stuff is to lay it all out on the table to
100%.
everybody.
100%.
Because how else are you going to be held into
this
account?
is what happened.
How are you going to be held into account? You know how I hold the club to account? Not what goes on internally. I don't care about that. What I see out on the field is what I judge what's happening internally.
Wins and losses, mate. That's all. That's
And
how you
unfortunately-
judge.
That's how I judge the internals from what I see out on the football field.
100%.
Because what's going on inside is a replica of what's going on outside.
Yeah.
And it looks like it's a disaster.
Again.
Yeah.
It is.
It
It is.
disaster.
I told you,
It's-
and you
it's
said
in
it
a
with
different way.
Mackay. They were content. They were content
With
whether
12
they
and-
said it or not.
12 and 8.
They were
12 and
content
8
with
at the
where
time.
they had got to.
Yep.
And
12 and
my
6.
concern, and again I'll raise it again, if they are celebrating a change in culture and environment as a
12 and
success,
6.
we are doomed.
No, it was after the Melbourne.
But
game.
didn't
We
they-
are doomed.
But the
Rocco.
thing is, didn't they do this under Bolton? We've had a changed environment.
And that's the success.
That's what they
But see,
did.
this is like, and to use this analogy, it's like building a bridge, yeah? Say, you come up with the plan to build a bridge. You sit down, you have a couple of beers, you do it all up, and you say, this is how we're going to build a bridge. The bridge falls. And you go back, yeah, but at least we had a couple of beers and had good time doing it.
We
Yeah, but the
tried.
bridge fell, mate.
We tried.
So do you...
It was up for a day. We walked
Yeah,
over.
So
it.
hang on, do you applaud the fact that you
got it up.
You planned to do the bridge and you had a couple of beers and you had fun doing it, and that everything had changed from the previous bridge that you filled that collapsed, bridge that you planned
This
to build
lasted
that
a couple extra days, and then it collapsed.
Well, you know what I mean?
Well, it all depends on where your standard is at the start. So if at the start you said,
Finals.
I'm happy to, I'm
to
happy
put the
for
bridge
the
up.
bridge to be up for a week. And
Yeah.
then it is up for like 6 days, and then you go, oh, we almost got there. You know, it's not a bad
Not
effort.
bad.
But if your standard was, hey, I want a bridge that's going to last the test of time. So what's our standard?
So what bridge do you want?
Well, we want the one that stands the test of time.
Exactly.
Correct.
But we're happy with it, the one that's just hangs around.
Some people are.
That raggedy one.
Yeah.
And that's what it looked like today. At the end. I know fans, I'm not all fans, but mate, when I was walking out, cunts were laughing, bro. Sorry, excuse the language, but I was fucking pissed.
No, I saw it too.
I was
There
fucking
this-
pissed
I
off.
I couldn't talk to anyone. We just sat there. Then we walked
I was
outside.
really
Follow in your demise.
Yeah,
I was ready to break down a tree if I could.
yeah. They should be at the club now, tearing the fucking sign down, right? And saying, mate, what is this shit? You know,
Shove your complex up your fucking ass. I
Hey,
don't give a shit about
again,
it.
we'll talk quickly about Rich. I remember years ago. Remember when the bloke dropped the bloody either
The shit.
the shit, and then there
No,
was one who
manure.
dropped a bag of hearts at the
shit
front.
everywhere.
Bag of hearts, yeah.
Yeah. You know, I'm not saying do that, but this was like the fans going, mate, this isn't good enough. And then Gale came out and everyone laughed at him when he come up with his plan. And he said, this is what we want. Now, 100,000, 5 finals appearance, 3 premierships. He said all that.
Oh, there it is.
Has the Carlton Football Club ever said anything
There's
like
the
that?
No,
manifest.
they're too scared.
There's the
Has
manifest.
anyone at that club,
Ever.
and then people go, oh yeah, but it's an unrealistic expectation. Well, why are you playing?
What do you mean it's
How's it unrealistic?
There's 18 fucking teams in this fucking league.
What, it's
How's
unrealistic to
unrealistic
aim
to
for a
want to win a
flag?
flag? How's unrealistic to want to win a flag? How?
Is this now our longest?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It's our longest premiership
Yeah.
drought.
Fuck. You're living in our longest
It's
run.
know.
fucking shit.
I know.
And that's why I want to kill somebody. I would strangle somebody. I'll kill anyone. I don't care.
To win the ultimate prize.
I don't care. Well, if I have to punch a baby in the neck or something, I'll do it. I don't care. If I have to win a flag like that, I'll do it, man. Whatever it fucking takes. And we're here 27, 28 years of fucking dog shit.
Misery.
It's been shit.
Mate,
What
if
am I
you-
hanging my fucking hat on? A Judd goal in a final?
If you're listening to this, Carl, and I'm sure that someone in your whole fucking organisation there listens to this, man. We're just a representative of the fans, man. Take note, man, because this is what you've done, man. And seriously, if a bunch of dead shits can kind of analyse this and kind of come up with some sort of not solution, but you know, like seeing areas of fault here. I can't see how you can't see these areas of fault here. Man, who are your leaders? Who are your leaders? Let me just speak to you for a second, Carl. Who are your leaders? Tell me who. Can you sit there and say, honestly, that you are a leader of men? Can you? Sayers, bloody Voss, Cripps, all of you.
Again, all of you. All of
Can
you.
you seriously say you are a leader of man and expect excellence from everything? And don't tell me like people like I know I keep naming so, but he is at the top of the tree there. You are a winner in what you do.
He is.
His company, like whatever he runs, he's huge. What's going on here? Why are we accepting this crap here, man? Why are we accepting this club to be happy to promote every single cause in the world, but not promote to be the
I'll
best?
tell you, that's the best saying. If you don't know the motives of someone, look at the outcome of their actions.
It's interesting to see what
If you
he'll
don't
do.
know what someone is thinking and you don't know what their motivations are, look at the outcome of their actions.
And we are looking.
It is the best way
We are looking.
to define what is happening.
It's interesting to see what
What
he's-
manifests itself
What he-
physically and out in the real world
course.
is what is going on.
Yeah, of course.
What's
here.
he gonna do at the end of this season?
I don't know.
What's he
Because
planning?
this brings
I'm
forth
interested.
potential.
I'm interested again.
I would be.
Because now we're all interested again what's going to happen off field.
Course.
And we're back here again.
You know what the problem is? We're in exactly the same position as last year now. Wondering what's going on everywhere. And we've got a right to ask these questions.
But it's sickening. I hate, fucking always off field. It's just...
And it's always off field, And everyone's so worried about what's going on in off field.
I hope they didn't clap him off.
What's there to clap? There's nothing to clap.
I don't know, man.
Fuck.
I really...
Bro, he can't, if you're giving him a pat, bro, how are they going to improve if you give him a pat on the back after that, bro?
I seriously, everything...
Come on, man.
Nah, you can't.
They should be filthy on themselves.
Nah, everything went numb to me. Like, I seriously... Like, you know how when the world just goes silent around you? That's what happened.
I'm numb. I still haven't processed it,
How
man.
many times did a pin drop in
I
there
still
today?
haven't processed it yet.
There was some moments in that ground today. It was like fucking silence. I'm like, fuck. It's 90,000 people. It's like a pin drop, and you can hear it.
Well, you know, at the end, that last like 2 or 3 minutes, I was silent.
Yeah, I was in the
I
middle
was
of the
just watching.
aisle. I was in the aisle on my
couldn't watch.
haunches.
I was just watching. I just was watching.
It was a slow death
seeing
again.
what was going on.
Yep.
And then when he kicked that goal, I don't think I did anything. I just sat
Me
there.
either. No, I didn't either.
I just sat
didn't
there.
Either. I was not to be disrespectful to our family, but that was nearly as bad as watching my nonna die in bed.
Yeah, it was like a death.
It was.
It could have. It was like
slow death. I watched two of my
That
nonnas
could
die.
be-
I watched them both die in their deathbed, and watching that today was worse.
Yeah.
It was
Well,
nearly as
and
bad.
the thing is, we've copped it 2 weeks in a row.
That's what
because
I mean.
Elliott's goal and
And Pickett.
Pickett's goal were identical in a way that they were slow motion. When they both kicked those goals, Elliott's goal was just, I just watched it.
And you knew it was going to kick it.
Yeah.
You knew it was
I
going to
knew.
happen.
There's
And then you know when you hear the crowd
Yeah,
erupt, that's when you
yeah,
know
yeah.
it's a goal. You know, like it went, oh, and everyone just cheered, and I just sat there. I just said, that's it, man. Like, seriously, that's it. And then I think Steve said, oh, there's like 40 seconds to go, or a minute and a half to go there was when he kicked that goal, right?
Yeah, and you knew they wouldn't have
Yeah,
the resolve
and then
to
there
get
was
it
a
done.
thing, and then there was 40 seconds to go. And
You
I
know,
go,
it was
nah, man,
sickening
you got
that
no
we
chance.
couldn't get the goal that Melbourne got last week in the last minute and a half. That's sickening
No
too.
chance.
Because they don't have that.
And we had the chance.
I know we did.
Yeah, I know.
We had the fucking
Went
chance.
inside forward 50. 3 players. Mackay in free space. Durden didn't go there. Pressure tendency. Go long. What happens? Intercept mark, game over.
That's when you go long.
Cripps, pressure tendency. High pressure moment. Game's in the moment. He tries to take on 4
85
players.
players.
Tackled holding the ball. There you go.
Yeah.
If you can't rectify your pressure tendencies that are detrimental to the team, you'll never get better. And that's that. So
I got nothing more to say.
No, I don't know. I've just been trying to fucking talk.
Well, maybe
here.
we're going around and round about. So I don't fucking
I think
know,
we
mate.
are. I think we've said everything we're going to say. I
think
suppose we'll say a lot more next week too,
I
I suppose.
I think we're
because
just trying to process it, to be honest.
it's true, because it's straight after the game. It's hard to process. As I said, this isn't reality.
I
Hasn't
haven't
really
looked back
hit
at
me.
any footage.
Nah,
no
that's why
nothing.
we're not showing any footage. I don't even want to look back. There's nothing to look
There's
back.
nothing to look back.
There's
We
nothing
failed.
good about today. There is zero good about today. It's disappointing. It's embarrassing.
tell you, we're a laughing stock for the next 6 to 8 months.
We
Shit,
are.
man.
We actually have.
We've
And
probably
you know
become
what? I'm gonna have to agree to it too.
yeah, we've probably become less respected after this season. Because at least last year it's like, oh, you know you're good. You know you're no
Shit,
good.
You're no good, mate.
You know that
It was-
forget it. The year you were never going to do anything, and then you come into this year and it's like, oh, geez, maybe they're all right, and then you're like, oh no, they're not.
They're just the same old Carlton, aren't they?
They just found a different way to do it this year.
It's grouse.
Yeah,
It's
we can
grouse
do
to
that.
live it.
We can do
Only
that.
Carlton could do
We can
this.
do that.
Only we could do.
We,
I'm done
we
with
can
the
find
other
different ways.
And people thinking, oh, the faith will be repaid.
Will it?
The faith will only be repaid if you demand more. That's the only way. And people are held to account.
And there's no guarantee the faith will be repaid.
Head of football has to go.
There was another one we didn't mention. Far out. I don't even believe it.
Yep.
Brad Lloyd. Yeah.
Brad Lloyd. I can't even believe he was
How
still
the
there.
fuck did he keep his job?
Has
mind
to go.
you? But that's
Has
for
to
another
go.
day. But how did he keep his
A lot
job?
of them have to.
We
there's,
said
there's
that,
a lot
though.
of them that need to.
We said how
That
did
was
he keep
one.
his
That was
job?
one. That was a weird
Not saying.
one.
I'm not saying sack everyone and everyone needs to
fuck
go.
it.
But
He can go.
my fear is that. This is my fear is that
If you're gonna
they-
clean it out, you're gonna do
Yeah.
it properly.
My fear is that they will not mentally recover. The core group of players that we rely upon are not going to mentally recover from what happened today.
And last week. That's
That's my fear.
and I guess
Listen, next week we'll probably discuss all this, see what's going on. There'll be a few weeks to discuss
well, we
this.
got thing on next week, don't we?
Oh, Perez.
The Prez is on. Actual Prez.
How'd it be?
Well, yeah, I told him. Let's hope he remembers. So
I told him today. I'm like, you're on next week. He's like, yeah, I'm coming. Maybe he's dead.
well, and next
maybe
week
hung
is
himself.
well, yeah, he looked a pretty and
I
next
didn't
week's
see
a
him
big
today
show
after
too.
the thing. Did we see him?
The 50th.
Next week is a big show. We've got a big name on Rocco that you organised. Is he on? Have we got snippets of him today? Do we?
Next week.
No, the coach that you got. I'm not going to name his name.
No, well, we got him on today too.
Okay, yeah,
It's a
that's what I was
two-parter.
saying. Okay,
Did you
all
go
right,
for that
okay.
long?
Yeah.
What, like 2 hours?
The interview.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck, no way.
Go.
Mate, how the fuck
winner.
do you?
Well, everyone saw the promo. so
How do
know.
you dead shit, get him to talk for 2 hours?
Vince.
That's true. Wow.
Yeah, but
when
he's
you
gotta talk to him.
We'll have a look.
Imagine him talking to him.
Hey, there was once where I asked him a question and he said to me, "I'm pretty proud of this." He goes, "That's a very good question." And I was pretty stoked with myself. Yeah, it was very intimidating.
Rocco Sheehan.
It was very intimidating.
Rocco Sheehan.
Yeah, like I said, in the wild.
You got better names than him.
Yeah, no, I got some good names. But he did mention, you'll see at the start, that big win dreams.
Yeah.
He goes, if you didn't know, he actually said it,
Yeah.
Parkins.
Yeah.
You'll see it in the interview. He goes, I've known Vince for a long time, and he goes, if it wasn't for him, I don't think he'd get through the front door. And I said, I believe you, mate, I believe you. So yeah, nah, big Vincenzo, man, he helps us get all these. But look, they've been really good, yeah. So we'll get to have a look at that soon. He's a winner.
I reckon I might run for the board.
1, 2, 3.
There it was, and he signed it.
Respect.
3.
Respect.
I reckon.
4 all up.
But
I did say if we missed finals this year,
What are you going to do? You have to show.
I said, mate, no. Mate,
What'd you say?
I'm.
I can't remember. You said a lot of things this year.
I know. I said they should all go.
Who?
Board.
The board.
All of them.
All of yous.
all of you.
I'm.
So we're going on this?
Stability does not mean success either.
No.
So here are a lot of questions that need to be asked after this year.
You know that last year, we don't want to get like political again, but there was upheaval with the board and that, and then there was all this shit, which was really, really.
You know it's going to
It
turn
was
like
really
this
put a
off-season.
sour
You know it
taste
is,
in my
it is.
mouth last year.
You
about
know
this
it's going
whole
to
thing.
turn into this shit again off season.
Of course.
You know it.
Of course,
You know
it's going to
'cause
happen.
Nothing has changed.
Of course.
And it's disappointing.
No, not that things have changed.
Yeah, but like.
Things have changed, but the outcome remains the same. We've missed finals again.
But have they changed?
It's just maybe another.
See,
person
that's what you got to
in place.
ask.
No. I'm saying that different processes have been put in place, obviously because different people are in.
But the
I agree.
overall hasn't
Yeah,
changed.
I know exactly.
So all they've done is we're getting to the same merda, right? We've
Same
just gone in a
crossroads.
different direction.
We're
Yeah,
another
no,
road,
exactly,
we hit
yeah.
another roadblock.
So how do you look at it? It's like, do you look at it? Oh, we've gone from 14th to 9th. Okay.
Well, you know what you
or do
got-
we look at it and say, oh, it's another season in the bottom half of the ladder?
No, another season, bottom half of the ladder. That's what you've got to look at. If they say 14th to 9th, we're not going to get nowhere.
We're in. It's no man's land where we are at the moment because it's in the middle.
And you know that 9th to 14th,
Yeah.
15, 16, 17, maybe 16, 17, 18. You know, you get in the bottom 4. That's a different league in itself. There, you're trying to move out of the bottom 4.
And come
But
up.
once you get into middle
That middle
section.
club.
Look at St
You
Kilda.
can finish 14th, you can finish
You're in a
19th, it
rut.
means nothing.
You be-
All you've done
stay
is
in a
won.
rut.
All right, so tell me something. Gold Coast won 10.
Yeah.
How many did we win?
12.
12.
What's the difference?
That's what my brother said today.
It's true.
Yeah.
You know, and who else? Port Adelaide won, what, 9?
10,
Whatever it
9,
was.
whatever.
10, 9, whatever. I think.
They started with 0 and fucking 5 and 6, whatever it was. You know what I mean? So that middle section, it means nothing to me.
But it's
you
mediocrity.
finished 9.
It's the land of mediocrity.
Yeah.
You
We're
accept
irrelevant.
shit.
We
You are.
irrelevant.
You're a nothing club.
Nothing.
How many years can you stay there and live
And
there?
accept it.
And you live there.
Accept it.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man, there should be upheaval about this.
I think there should be
There
too.
should
I'm
be, man.
angry.
We should get out there and say, look, I don't want to. You don't want to do violence or anything, but what I'm saying,
I don't even know what to say. I'm that fucking angry.
No,
I'm angry.
We should be demanding more.
Just
We should be demanding more from every single person there.
Just can't
Every
believe-
single person. You know what I mean? And sometimes you've got to
again.
make the hard decisions too, and I hope they do this year, you know what I mean? But let's hope that the other thing I always said, and I said this last year, again, I don't keep repeating the things I said last year.
Tig is to blame.
Yeah, everyone's
Is
to blame, including
Even
Tiggy from last season.
Yeah.
No,
The
well,
board,
I
they
said
don't know
about
nothing about football.
when they put these things in place
Place.
this year, right? Were they doing the right processes to get those things in place?
And that's what the coach.
I've got something for you, actually.
I don't want to say anything.
I
I'm
know
just
you.
saying.
I'm going to say it's about getting Ross.
No, well, hopefully he's still a good coach. People are going to turn around and go, nah, but he's done a
Continue
good
on with
job
what
of
you're
that.
doing. I wanna
All I'm
find something.
saying is,
best-
have we done the right process? Now, I
The
don't know
best
yet.
mate and I said
but,
that too.
But
And he goes for Collingwood, mind you.
what
Oh,
I'm
here we
saying is, was the process done properly? Now, we don't know 100%.
No,
right?
we don't know.
Right. But what I'm saying
It's like
is
12.
they know.
What is it? 12th hour type shit. Is
Yeah,
it
but
12th
they
hour?
know.
Yeah.
But they know. They know.
They should know.
They know if the process was thorough or not. I don't know, but they know, right? So what I'm saying to them, if the process wasn't thorough, right? If it wasn't thorough, fucking have a look at yourself.
So this is one.
Right?
I put this.
If the process wasn't fucking thorough, look at yourself. If it was and you failed and it didn't work, well, so be it.
That's
At
right.
least you went through the... But if you didn't go through the proper processes and you took shortcuts, this
get
is
there.
all on you. This is all on you. All of
Are
you.
you, are you suggesting that
About Voss.
you've heard something to the process?
No, all I'm saying is...
You don't know nothing.
I don't know.
He doesn't know
I'm not naming
nothing.
He's just a dead shit from
I'm
Ralph.
not- I'm not-
He
I
doesn't
don't-
know.
I
All
don't
I'm
have to name
saying
names
is,
or
listen
divulge
to
anything,
me, Paul.
but-
Listen, I'll say it again. I don't know, but
Okay.
they know.
Yeah, of course.
The people who did all
Well, they
this,
did it.
they know. All I'm saying is, within yourself, right? If you know that you took shortcuts,
Yeah,
this is on you.
correct.
But if you didn't and we failed, well, so
So
be
I
it.
put up a poll on Twitter.
When?
This was on the 8th of the 8th. What's
So
that?
2
The 8th
weeks
of
ago.
August. 2 weeks
What
ago.
was the poll?
If Carlton misses finals, is the year a success?
Okay.
Yes or no?
Good sample size.
It's
So-
833 votes.
Okay.
Yes was 28%. No was 72%.
Good.
Now, if the club, I don't know how many of the.
Harry was in the yes department.
I don't know,
there.
but I would assume a lot of those.
50%, 60% calm.
Yeah, so assume most of those are Carlton, right? Say if that, I would love to see, and I'd love for the club to send out and make these. I don't know if I'd love to try and get my hands on it, but I'd love to get a sample size and a sample of our membership base. I wonder if I could do it. I can maybe. I don't know how I can do a survey
Well,
online.
you know what they do?
So I can do like an online survey or something, and then someone just go and look at it. I'd love to see how many people viewed this season as a success, and then compare it to the club Rhetoric, and what they believe the
I think
success
that,
was
no,
this year.
but you know what? I think the club last year, they sent something out like there was like a survey or something.
Yeah.
But they're not going to release the results from that. And even if they do, they're going to skew the results. And
You
I
reckon?
can't trust them. They're a bunch of fucking liars.
Liars.
They fucking lie to you about Hewitt.
Yeah.
What do you think they're gonna
tell you
tell you
that
the
big
truth
issue.
about
With
that?
Hewitt. What happened with Hewitt?
Just about people being injured and shit.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
What's going on?
All false hope. It's all bullshit. I don't believe what they say.
And I know that some things I can't tell you.
I understand that, but that shit you can. But they wouldn't tell us the truth.
No.
They're full of shit.
Well, you know the other thing, mate. Once you're found to be liars and that, like it's hard
You're a
to get
compulsive
trust.
liar.
I
They
mean,
believe their own lies.
It's just.
They're compulsive liars, mate.
Well, you know what I would like to know? How does the club, like not just Voss, because he's the mouthpiece for everybody, right? How does the club view this year now? I'd like to get a survey on the whole directors and that and tell me truthfully.
Top end, yeah.
Let's do a survey on the 12, 15, 20 people that run this organisation, and I want to get their view and see has the year been successful.
I'd
for
want
you?
it to be unanimous.
That'll be
no.
interesting.
If there wasn't
Because
a
if they said
unanimous-
yes, then they're fucking lying, or they're not. fit
If
enough
there
to
was
be on
the
that.
person that said yes as a success, you know their name?
Gone.
Big
go.
Sharpie through their fucking name. See you later.
How'd you go?
Because you don't.
I don't want to keep mentioning
Nah.
John Elliott, mate. He wouldn't have accepted this shit.
If that's not a unanimous no as to the year being successful, mate, the people that say yes, on your fucking bike, Mike. See you later.
Yeah.
Because you want fucking winners.
Again, you got to define success, right?
Well, what's success to them? Is
Well,
it the finance?
they're-
That's my
There's-
concern. It doesn't match up what we want.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Correct. So,
And they keep saying, like, we are the most important part of the club. The
Yeah,
fans,
us.
the supporters.
well, clearly
the fans,
not. Well,
the supporters.
if he's saying it wasn't, we weren't first mentioned, clearly not.
No, we're not.
We're not. We're just bullshit.
And if you look at the bigger clubs, even the soccer teams,
Look
and
at
that,
Rangers.
they always.
When they came from behind to get into that European
You know
thing,
what?
they go, we couldn't not do it for our fans today.
How pumped would you be?
Our beloved club, Arsenal, Arteta, the first thing he always addresses
Mate,
is the
you gooners.
fans.
Yeah.
He said we couldn't get it done today, and we apologise to the people that were in the stadium today. When we didn't finish the top four, he always
I have to
said
admit
it.
that Cribs did say that in his speech today
Where?
on the ground.
I wasn't there.
When?
So.
After
Before?
the game.
After? Against
'Cause
Collingwood?
He got the best on ground.
Oh, did he really? What did he
wasn't
say?
there,
Okay,
so-
well then there you go.
So he got the best on ground,
Yeah,
and then he came on,
yeah.
and they gave him the medal, and he made a quick speech, and he said, yeah, I'd like to thank the fans for supporting us and coming out, you know. I don't
Obviously,
think he
would have
said
been
that,
dejected.
sorry that, you know, I'm disappointed.
He's
He didn't
probably
say that,
didn't-
but he's probably
Whatever.
disappointed. But he did mention it, I
Right,
suppose.
good. At least he
He
mentioned
mentioned, so
it.
we have to give kudos
One
to him.
part. One part's done. Tick.
Yeah, we have to give
But
kudos
anyway.
to him. So,
But we might have another successful person in the club anyway. Cripps might win the Brownlow, be successful, yeah.
he won't win the Brownlow.
You never know.
They won't win the Brownlow, but
But it doesn't matter anyway. Failure.
It doesn't matter.
Failure.
It's failure.
Anyway,
It's
I got
bad.
nothing else to add.
That's it.
um,
This is like the Italian goodbye.
yeah.
We've done it twice.
I don't know. I'm yeah. Out of energy and out of words. So
Yeah, no, it's pretty. So as I said, you're
It's a
watching this on
somber
a
mood.
Tuesday, so you'll be probably
pretty
2 days.
pretty somber. I just hope we all need to galvanise and
That little fucking dead shit, Swoop Luke. Fucking.
we all need to, as a club, I think everyone needs to gather together and bandy together and galvanise and ask for the same thing, a
Go
premiership
again.
and sustain success, and everyone needs to join up together
Again.
and be on the
It's
same
enough's
page and
enough,
united
man.
with it.
Yeah, enough's
cut the
enough.
shit.
But
mate.
everyone
No
has
more
to everyone
shit.
has to be that way, and if we're not,
There's no more shit.
I mean, I was listening to when we did the Patrick Cripps bloody tribunal thing, which was fucking. I look back at that and think to myself, like, how stupid was I to celebrate a bloke getting off 2 weeks?
Remember what I said. Remember what
How
the fuck I
dumb
said.
was I to do that?
Remember what I said, mate.
What an
Everyone
absolute
was
banana.
celebrating that shit, mate. I don't give a fuck.
And what did it amount to?
Fucking zero,
Nothing.
mate.
Nothing.
I mean,
Because that's what I. And
I mean,
again,
another one.
yeah, you're right. So, in that first one where they did on the Tuesday when they did the first one,
that's Tuesday.
I came on, and everyone was like pretty happy, and I went into my rant and I said, "This is bullshit. It doesn't matter. What's he done?
Doesn't.
What was the difference? He was there last week. We didn't win. What's the difference he's in this week? Who cares? We're wasting our time. And then I went into the rant about. Now I'm doing Ange. And then I went into the rant of about Harry. That was the problem here.
Correct.
Yeah, forget about everything else. The problem is here,
Harry.
right? And
That
and
kind
then
of
you're right.
Smoke screen.
And then what happened was the 2 days later, and I know it was good for everyone to get on.
Of
and
course,
it was
it's
a good
great
night.
for Crips to play. Of course.
No,
it
and
is.
not only that, it was great. Everyone got on. There was like
Yeah,
1,000 views. Everyone felt better on that.
Yeah.
But then you're right. All of a sudden, you're celebrating this insignificant. I know it's important, but it's still over the overall big picture. What are we doing?
A bunch of fucking idiots.
And then we're getting like during the week, people are like talking about Essendon and that. Like, yeah, all right, it's a bit of a joke and that. But do you understand what's happening this week? We should be focusing everything onto this last thing and that. And yet we're just, it's like we're getting distracted by other stuff, you know?
I wasn't nervous for today.
I wasn't actually.
You know, all week I wasn't like I was like, okay, we got Collingwood this week, and I was building into the week. I wasn't like overly confident,
too.
thinking we're gonna fucking come out here and smash. I
No,
thought
me
it's
too.
gonna be close all week, and I thought, okay, but it was just like, okay, fuck, we got Collingwood this week. Just focus on that.
I'll tell you, if they don't go hard at the trade table and make some acquisitions and stuff,
And maybe get rid of some people.
I would like to trade some
I
people.
would fear.
I'd be happy to. I don't care.
My fear is that
That's when you know you got buggered.
my fear is that the same thing will happen again next year. But anyway,
Just another. I'd make some big trades, but we can talk about that another day.
We'll talk about that another time. Like
done now,
there's
it's
a bit of water
season's
going to
over.
go under the bridge now. We'll see
season's
what
over,
happens.
even though it shouldn't be.
Well, it is.
Season's over again.
Yeah.
We should be fucking.
But we're not. No, there's no we should be, because we didn't deserve to be there. Simple.
No. Anyway, what's next, mate? Fucking hell.
Shit ass.
Oh yeah, Walsh won an MVP.
Oh yeah, Walsh won it. Yeah. well
Good
done.
stuff, mate. And he was
well,
injured.
next week we'll do a bit of a show. We'll do a bit of a, not awards, but we'll go through the whole
Season as a
jumper
whole.
punch fucking
Whatever.
MVP from bottom to top. We'll get everybody's votes. We'll put
Whatever.
down. So we know Walsh won it, right? We didn't even give votes today. We're not even going to worry about it.
No one deserves it.
No, so
Crips got 5, the rest can go fuck
yeah.
themselves.
Well, no, I reckon Chera.
Nah, Crips 5, Chera 4, see you later. The
That's
rest.
it. Good night. The rest
Michael
better go on
Williams.
your tip.
Fuck, I don't
Mate,
care.
I don't know. Fuck the votes. I don't care about
I
the
liked
votes.
Williams again.
Yeah,
To him to
Balenciaga.
come back just quietly.
Yeah, I
The
thought
way
that,
he came back
I thought he
today,
was pretty good too.
far out. He was like,
Yeah, we still lost.
He was a man possessed today.
And we still lost.
Yeah, I know we still lost. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I know.
Individually,
Yeah.
Williams looked. I was surprised how possessed he looked today. But this is what we needed from fucking everyone.
Told you the blokes from other clubs are the guys who lifted. Anyway, aside from Cripper, but
You know what we'll do?
whatever.
Yep.
Proudly sponsored by Melbourne Coffee Roasting Company.
After 2
Wow,
hours.
Come on, man. They are good.
Can I balance it?
Can you do it?
Hey. There you go.
Party
Fuck you,
tricks.
Carlton.
That's what we've. That's
Fuck
what
you,
we've
it's a
reverted
balancing
to.
act.
Party tricks.
Like a dickhead. Smell actually not bad.
Marino Brothers.
Yeah. And
Always.
Spend $60 or more, get
They should
free
do it-
shipping the day after if you order before midnight.
they
They
should.
should do a new kind of like a new catchphrase logo.
Yeah.
Unlike Carlton, we deliver.
They should deliver poison to us. Actually, misery.
What does that actually say? Hold on.
Participation.
Thank you for thanks
Thanks
for
for
participating. Look at it.
That's-
Look at it.
That's low key.
Hey,
what
What
the-
did you cut that out
No,
of?
my missus is spewing that's her pants. She's going, where'd you get that? And I go, oh, I needed like something. And
Some fabric.
anyway,
That's what the dead
she
shit
cut
kid
you those
gets.
pants into shorts.
That's
huh?
what the dead shit kid gets.
Yeah, that's what they get. And
So-
they're wrapped, and the parents are wrapped.
Yeah, because I know the kid no
And
good.
like-
Thank you for participation. So I don't even keep my second place.
Put the laugh.
Top Dog Liquor.
Top dog liquor. Lyndon Hosking and the crew.
So we've got one. Oh,
Do we?
Do it. I don't even.
can you see
Put
it?
it up.
No.
Where is it?
Oh,
Did you put it up? I don't know.
it's up there. Wait a sec. It could, no, it's way down. I didn't put it right down. Is it that one there?
On the left.
Is it that one there?
There you go. There it is.
All right.
Who sent this in? It's a
Nick.
Gabagol.
Abruzzi.
Nick Abruzzi.
That's a nice
He's
Italian
got
name.
is that Gabagol and a little few
How
crackers?
ironic that the Capogolo is sitting in front of me.
Yeah, I didn't notice that
actually
when he
covering
said that.
you.
It kinda
That's
covered-
good. That's good. I mean,
Pretty- pretty
it's
big
me.
Capogol.
It's actual me.
Actually, it just looks like your head on top of a cup of gold.
That's actually you.
That's actually me. And I love
You
Capogolo.
reckon he did a little bit of a like...
Is that on purpose?
I'll rate it if it's on purpose.
I don't know. Let us know.
Man.
Let us
Leave
know.
me. I love it.
And then he's got the bottle of wine too on the left
Oh, he
hand side,
does,
that
yeah.
big bottle of
Beautiful.
wine. So,
Might
and he's
need
got us in the back. So that was the only one. So you were going to
You're
win
the winner.
anyway.
Yep.
You're gonna win.
But
You won.
because of the great placement of the Capricola there,
Yeah. Oh,
that's
That's fantastic.
extreme. I get onto our channel TikTok. Hey, listen. Last couple of weeks, I noticed that the link to our channel wasn't working for some reason. So
In where?
when the link underneath the video. So you're watching the video now. If you look straight underneath it, it says subscribe
Oh,
to
okay,
Jumper
yeah,
Page.
okay, yeah,
When
yeah.
you clicked on it, the page wasn't working.
Okay.
So
popping
I
up.
fixed that.
Okay.
Ah.
Cool.
So I don't know.
Maybe that could be the.
So everyone now, if you
Yeah.
just click on the link underneath it,
Go across
Yeah,
it,
and
subscribe.
subscribe.
just go bang. We'll give you a second go. Do it.
Jump a bunch. There you go.
Just click on and let's get it. We're getting there. We're getting some big interviews, sponsors. If you want to get on, make sure you get onto this.
I'll find it.
There.
Because I can see what it looks like.
Please, sir, I want some more. What?
What? Ask for more?
We're asking for more.
So I ask you, wow, that's fucking perfectly put, mate. We are. That should be for the Carlton Football Club. We want them.
That's
more.
them. That's like
That's them.
we're little Oliver
Said
Twist.
that.
Please more, and that was Sayers, Voss. More, more. Who asked for more?
That's so true, man.
More?
They're sitting there looking at on their ivory towers, looking down at us. More?
We went from 14th to 9th, and you want more? Ah, come on, man.
That's so true,
It's
man.
true, bro. Heaven forbid you want more than
Nah.
9th.
You can't. That's a disgrace. Hey, listen.
Yeah, I'm fucking listening.
How about the start? All right.
All right. It just drew.
But it's not all right.
No, it's not. Not all right.
Oh, we're doing
So
numbers.
we're episode 49.
Brought to you by North Seafood and Grill.
Yeah,
I went to
can't
see him
forget.
this week.
On your fucking hands. On
How
your
is he?
chiche was tough and rugged and
How is
rugged.
he?
He was
Gutsy
tough,
chich. How
Nah,
was
he
he?
was good, man. He was good. He
I
was
might go
back
down
to
there
his
this
best.
week, actually. You want to go, Paul? We'll go.
Yeah, we'll
see.
go.
I need a laugh.
Check it out.
there.
He's got his locker out there.
Locker.
You know the
Is
locker.
he really? 39.
Yeah, but he reckons someone will look at it, and then I said, "You should hang it up," and he goes, "Nah, someone will pinch you," you know.
I need to go out there for a
But he
laugh,
was,
and he'll be
full on.
sickness.
Yeah, he
Like
was
you
full
be,
on.
you know, I love when he starts. He comes in, you fuck this, they good. He's fucking shit. This, I love it.
Yeah.
I need that this week.
Yeah, no, you need a little bit of edge.
Yeah, and I'm going this week. Fuck it,
When
Wednesday.
he see me, he goes, "Decided to come down, did you? I haven't been here like for a week, you know." Like, oh, like, and then he goes, and then, you know what I love when he brings out the meals.
Yeah.
He shows the whole.
Oh,
restaurant.
man, yeah.
He goes, "These are our prawns. Have a look," and then he goes and gives it to the figs. You know? So
I
he's
love it.
marketing himself every
fucking
single
love
plate.
it.
Nah, he's a star. He's a star.
All right. All right.
All right. So brought to you by North Sea. Go and see him. All right. So there's only 4 players.
Okay.
Okay.
Good.
Well,
Good.
straight up.
All right. Let's have a look at this bloke.
Who's this?
All right. This is.
Is that, hold on, can you zoom in? That's not Jeff Southby, is it?
Nah, this is called Andy
Number 50.
Lukamitis.
Anthony.
Is he
Who?
Greek?
Andy.
Andy.
Andrew, his
knocks
name
us
is.
70, 73, 64 games, 34 account. He kicked 11 in the number 49. but he was a premiership player in 1972.
And
His hand is cooked.
All right, now
fucking asshole.
his parents were born in Latvia.
Wait,
Latvia.
let's see. Latvia.
Latvia? Latvenia. Latvinian. He's
Latvian.
Well,
He's Latvian.
Well,
He
that's
stands
right.
for Latvia.
Latvia.
Latvia?
Yeah, it's a burgundy and white
Yeah,
flag.
Correct. Correct. White in the middle.
A lot of them are like
burgundy on the
weightlifters
side.
and bodybuilders
His
and like
parents were
Fucking
Latvian.
Balkans,
Yeah.
like
I
all
don't think
that.
we had too many players from Latvia.
from
Latvia.
Yeah.
But he later changed his name to Lucas.
Ah, okay, right.
Andy Lucas, apparently to make it easier for
Okay.
TV and radio
Look at the
callers.
horse.
Fair
In
enough.
73, he was trained to fit choice. So we got a little bit of video on him. Let's have a look at some
Lucas
of this.
Cranach.
Oh yeah.
Here we go.
In they come, it's taken by Lucas. Lucas of Carlton down forward and Gallagher's mark. Gallagher's
Oh my
mark.
God, Gallagher.
Gallagher.
Wait, what's he wearing here? Number 7?
7, yeah.
Okay, right. Proudly brought to you by Spirit of Carlton.
Yes. And if it wasn't so big, we could actually see some footage.
Leave them. Leave them alone. Let them.
Here he goes. Here he goes. Oh, straight in the back.
Look at that.
What's this? Oh, that's nice. Here he goes. Here he goes.
A fucking towering torpedo, Chich.
He's back. A little chip. That's what we should have done today.
They should have, would have, could have, did it. It's a cow.
The goals are level. So he was involved in the 1972, which is the highest scoring
Against
premiership
Richmond,
in the history.
What are we kicking? Like 156 points or something.
170 something
Four?
to 150.
That's fucked.
Imagine that in the game. 50 goals were scored. So there you go. All right, let's have a look at this bloke here.
Against Spiro Cookamillis.
Hey, Spiro.
Spiro.
So he wore it for one game.
Ah, okay. Right.
81 to
Already
86.
spoken to him.
Go check out
One.
the interview on him.
Yes.
Yes, go back and watch the interview on the Spiro and go down to Avanti Cycles.
He's got
Yep,
two
Brunswick.
shots,
He's got
doesn't
two
he?
shots, he has. He got two shots.
And they're in
Kicked
Brunswick.
56 goals, 61 games in the 28. Was unlucky because he played in an era that included Armstrong, Buckley, Glasgow, Harms, Sheldon, Johnston, Wells.
Man. Fuck.
In 81 was traded. So let's have a look, a little bit of video of the Cooker.
Cooker.
With Keane.
Oh, look at this. There's Sellers.
Left foot snap back to goal. Cookamillis.
Cookamillis.
And a goal.
Blunders.
That's better.
Coming in is Corkermills. Lovely hand pass.
Oh,
Over to
lovely
Blackwell.
hand
Blackwell
pass.
straightens up and goes bang. Puts it through. Good play.
Carlton go down towards Ogier. He's got possession now. Gives it to Corkermillis. Stumbles, recovers, steadies, fires. It
Stumbles, recovers, steadies.
Ralph will be the target. Was he held?
Here
Doesn't
he
matter.
goes.
He's got plenty of support. Aitken it is across to Corkermillis. Here's number
That's
10
some
on the
wheels on him.
line.
Hey, he was not a bad player, I tell you. He just had some good plays in front of him, you know.
Steadies.
It's like Shane Warne,
Gets
Stuart
underneath the
McGill.
drop punt.
The McGill, yeah, he was the McGill.
Has fisted towards Corkermillis. In
Oh,
Lost it.
it does a bit of
Pirouette.
hips there, yeah.
Pirouette.
Strange how all these blokes ended up for St Kilda, isn't it?
Yeah, so in
Adams
that,
and
It's
that.
like
I
this
think it was
crazy,
that,
wasn't it?
in that period, a whole
madness.
bunch.
Yeah, a
whole
Ricky
bunch,
Nixon
Ricky,
went.
yeah. All of them,
Cook
there's a
Willis,
lot, yeah.
Marku.
Yes.
I mean, even Jezza.
Yeah.
He ended up going there too.
Must
so,
have been something with them. I don't know.
yeah.
Anyway.
Hey, what about this bloke? His name was Darren Ogier.
Ogier. Let's see.
Yeah, Ogier.
Ogier.
Yeah,
Ogier.
85, 87, 23, 13.
Some head of hair.
In the games, yeah, kicked 11 goals. The only player to sign with 2 clubs in 2 days.
Fuck, 1-day contracts.
Melbourne on the Thursday, changed his mind, signed with North Melbourne on the Friday. Finished his career at Sydney. So let's have a look at a little bit of, oh yeah. Oh, so he was a really good mark. So I've kind of done a bit of a
Compilation.
of marks. Have a look at this. Oh,
Good hands.
He's in 34 there. isn't
yeah. So he only wore it for like 11 games or something. In front of the sticks, that one.
he? Arosia, his name is.
Arosia. No, you've spelt it right, but it's probably pronounced Arosia.
Is it? No, it's
Oja.
No, it's Ogia or Oja.
He's in a row.
Oja.
Oh, he fucked it up.
The wordsmith
Let's listen.
says.
Went for the hand pass, then kicks long towards the forward line, and a good mark. Taken for the Blues by Ogia.
Oja. Yeah, Oja.
Oh, Stout.
Here he goes. What's his back? Oh,
Good mark.
I'll tell you, it was a good mark, and he had a lot of potential.
Do you remember him as a player?
Not really.
Ah,
So
there you go. How many games did he play?
he only played. Where is it?
23. 13
Yeah,
games.
but 13 games for Carlton.
There's
So.
no fear. Just goes back with
No,
the flight,
he was a
doesn't
good mark. But the thing was, he played between, what years was it? 85 and 87, right? And guess who was centre half forward and forward at that stage?
Kernan.
Kernan, yeah.
And Sellers.
Good
He
luck.
was going to always find it hard.
Good luck.
Good luck.
There you go.
Good on him.
So that was him. And
go.
we got, now, in these number 49, so we had Lukamitis, we had Cook, we had
Corkamillis.
and the last one we have is Paul Porsonides.
Phil Personides.
Personides.
He does some stuff for Bucky.
Does he?
Yeah.
Wow, 88, 89. 3 games,
0 goals.
3 goals.
Oh, no way.
There you go.
Kicked 8 goals. Now, in the 87 grand final, which we won, the reserves and the seniors, he played in the reserves. He kicked 8 goals in the reserves.
In the reserves.
Jeez.
Yeah. So I haven't got any footage there, but
That's all right. Doesn't matter.
but he did that, yeah. So, all right. So this week we're going to go straight into Talking Blue, yeah.
Okay, yes.
So this will be Talking Blue. So what happened is, seriously, 49 we couldn't get. So we decided to go. So and then I tried to find some way to match 49 to something he'd done, and I
Okay.
couldn't find anything.
Okay, right. That's better.
When was he
But-
born?
Nah, 42.
Ah.
Yeah, it didn't work.
Okay.
So let's have a look at who this person is.
Or is it on there?
Yeah, it should be on there.
David Parkin. What a man.
Let's give you some stats.
Yep. Facts and stats and
All
numbers.
right, let's have a look at this. 61 to 74, 211 games, 21 goals. This is for Hawthorn.
Yes, correct.
Premiership captain in the 1971
Yep.
grand final.
Yep.
Coached Hawthorn for 94 games for a premiership in 78.
Yep.
Then he coached Carlton for 120 games for 2 premierships in 81, 82. Then he got the sack and he went to Fitzroy for 69 games. Back to Carlton for 235 games and coached the famous 95 premiership. In those 4 premierships that he coached, right? All 4 for Hawthorn and that. He coached 100 games. So those 4 years,
Yep.
he coached 100 games for 80 wins, 20 losses.
Ah,
What's that a percentage of?
80%.
Easy.
thank you very much.
Thank you. He total of 518 games, 306 wins and 210 losses for a average of 59.27. That's pretty good. Total as a player and coach, 729 games. Australian Football Hall of Fame. Hawthorn and Carlton Hall of Fame. Received the Australian Sports Medal in 2000. Sports Australia Hall of Fame in 2010 and the Order of Australia in 2013.
Only Chief's got OAM, chicks. Fucking OAM.
So, I've got a little bit. So, let's have a look at his first highlight, which is this is when he won the 78 Premiership as a captain. So, he goes up. So, look at these days. I found this interesting. Look where he went to go and collect the cup.
Oh, up in the
Yeah,
stands.
it's up in the stands.
Getting
Look.
swamped.
I kind of rate that.
So he had to go up in the stands.
It's like when you're in the
So then he gets it off probably the Prime Minister or something. I don't know. Here he goes, and then he runs down there. Watch what happens.
Ball's over.
He does he?
No.
Oh, no! Got the cup.
Now, do you want to know why he dropped the cup, or do you want to watch the interview and see why he dropped the cup, or do you want me to give it to you now?
Nah, listen to the interview.
All right. There's a reason why he dropped that cup.
Okay.
Which is quite it. So what I've done is I've put this together for the great man. So let's have a look at this.
Yeah, let's go.
There you go. How was that? Champion, eh?
Winner.
Winner.
I'm sure he would have been. I'm sure he would have been. Yeah, I'm sure he would have said 9th is a successful year.
Yeah.
Well, look, it was an interesting interview. He goes there. This is part 1 that we're about to watch here, or part of it. So tomorrow, get on.
You know, isn't he at the club? Works at the club?
Who?
Not Park.
David Parker? No.
Oh, no, they got him in as...
He got him as a champ. He goes one of the selectors for the coach.
Sorry, that's what they got him as. Sorry, yeah.
That's interesting too. But anyway, we won't go into that. But so we'll look at this interview. He says some amazing facts. You probably won't see it in this first 5 minutes that we just show now. But he goes into like the 95, how they changed their whole direction into coaching, and he had to innovate himself and change. And quite interesting, the sports psychologist and that was very important in that, and they pursued someone who didn't want to come to the club, and they got him over there, and it changed their whole idea. And 95 just went. Well, we know what happened.
We all know what happened there. Yep,
Yeah.
exactly.
So anyway, I'm telling you, it's a pretty casual. We're sitting down there, and he's pretty candid about.
At his house?
Yeah, at his house.
That's fucked.
And he's pretty candid the way he talks. It's like an interview like you've never seen. So anyway, let's have a look at this.
We are are the Navy Blues. We are the old dark Navy Blues. We're the team that never lets them down. We're the only team old Carlton knows.
And here we have him, Mr. David Parkin. How are you?
I'm well, thanks, Roger. I'm not very well.
Great to see
He's
you.
an old mate, so...
Yeah, he's an old mate, so you don't shake his hand.
Ross, we mightn't have let you through the door if it hadn't been...
No, wow, we've been saying this...
He's a trusty. There aren't many of them, mind you, but he's a trusty.
We wouldn't have got... Trust me, we wouldn't have got this far without big Vincenza helping us. So he's part of the jumper punch, yeah. So happy that you've joined us today. Just talk a bit about blues and Mr. David Parkin live. I wanted to start off with, like, I've been thinking about this, is what's your earliest football memory?
Full stop.
Full stop.
It's round the corner here. I live in Hawthorn and went to the Hawthorn West State School, primary school, or Central School as it was in those days. I went to Form 7 and 8.
Okay,
So and then they supplied, I went on to Melbourne High School after that. But my first ever memory, and I spoke to the guy who was vice captain of the team, we won a Victorian, that's my biggest memory, we won a Victorian Central Schools premiership down on the oval just round the corner here as a kid.
Yeah.
And it was a magic moment, I think, because I realised for the first time the significance it had, not just for those who were running around and playing the game, but those beyond parents and teachers and local identities. It was around, we had our photograph taken and put on the back of the Herald Sun or whatever it was in those days, and I think that's my first, I played a lot of footy, kicking around the park and doing that sort of thing as all of us did, but this was the game that stuck out because I realised how much it meant, not only to us having done that, but how many other people were responding in such a positive way to this, I don't know, game of footy that we played, and we just happened to beat another school in the Central Schools final.
That's so true, that's so true. Yeah, it's important to so many people in different levels too.
Absolutely, and that's why I don't think it's right, but that's why sport in this country has such a crucial role to play in the health and welfare, I think not wealth so much, but the health and welfare and well-being, that's a better word, of our people. I think other countries have other things in their culture which are more important than sport in ours and do the same thing. But for this country, whatever reason, I'm a sociologist by trade, but I still couldn't tell you why it has become that way. And I can't, I'm just in my role, I can't walk down, even though I'm 80 in a few weeks' time, I can't walk down Collins Street and make it from Queen Street up to without talking to 5 or 6 people on the way.
Yeah, well, you are a familiar.
No, that's a familiar face. And half of them don't know who you are, but they sort of recognise the face and they know it's something to do with footy. So they come and make a comment about the game last week or who's going to win the grand final. But it's only then, when you stop and think about it, that sport, in our case Australian football, Australia-wide, and in our case Carlton, because it's probably the most, other than Collingwood, have trouble saying it, other than Collingwood, has the significance it does in Australian society. And I mean the full bit, from the leaders, and we've been able to go to the lodge because the Prime Minister happened to Rhetoric for the Carlton Footy Club, to the Garbo who pulls up outside here and he says, David, you better go and get your bin. I'm not coming back next week. So anyway, I bet he's not doing it for anybody else in the streets.
That's right.
It's that sort of thing. So it took me a long while, to be truthful, to understand the importance of what we were doing. And it took a long way. In fact, it probably wasn't until I got to the end of my playing career that I started to understand the significance that Australian football, for instance, played in Australian society.
Yeah, 100%.
Well, today we are paying tribute to you on the eve of your 80th birthday, a big milestone coming up in a couple of weeks' time. And first of all, thank you very much for giving us your valuable time today. And this is a very special edition of Talking Blue with Vincent Rocco. So we're very honoured to have you here today.
All right, how was that? That's it. So you get a bit of a glimpse into David Parkins there. As I said, a very special interview. Very, very special for me to meet him as I said, in the 90s is one of the most special time for my Carlton viewing. 95, 93, 92. Parkins is an absolute god to me. Him and Sticks, they're just there, mate. So just to speak to him, and even being his now at the end. Oh well, you'll see it next week. Anyway, he turns 80 soon.
Wow.
Yeah, he turns 80 soon. So he's he's still doing well. Like I think he went to the game today.
He had a big health scare too. Don't forget with the prostate. And stuff.
Yeah. So, and I think he's hurt his foot just recently. So, look, but he's still, and then when he talks to you, like you could definitely see he slowed down a bit, of course, as you do, but he's got that presence. And and that voice. So he's sitting.
When he speaks, you listen.
So he's sitting next to me, you know, and he kind of looks at you, like as you're talking to him, he gives you that look.
He's analysing you.
And I don't know what to say
You have
anymore.
to freeze up.
Right. So then I ask him the questions, and he kind of looks at you, and he kind of like, and then
he's listening.
He listens, and then he answers.
Did you give him a listen?
I might have given him an A listen, but he wouldn't have been listening. No, it's just amazing, man. And just to sit next to the man is just amazing. And as I said, he's 80, but he still had that presence where I was very, of course, respectful.
Yeah.
But also intimidated. I was scared to, actually, before the thing, I always, always have a little bit of a chat, and then I always...
Just say you.
Yeah, so we know, and we did talk a bit. He was eating when we got there, so we had a bit of chat. He was watching the football, you know, he still watches his football and that. And he goes to me, you know, you're making me miss out on 2 games now, you know, because it was one game after another. But he's sitting there, and then of course we go through a few things, and there's certain things that we talk about that aren't going to go on camera and all that.
Of course.
And then he will say things like, and I'll go, and I always ask people, is there anything you don't want me to talk about? Just let me know, man, because I'm not here to do a bloody one of the journalists.
A scripted interview.
Nah, I'm just here, and he just looks at you and he goes, don't worry, if there is, I'll let you know, you know. and I said to him, all right, you let me know. I said, but please don't yell at me, because I think I'll faint if you yell at me, you know. And that was the whole thing, you know. But great man.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it is
Fantastic.
awesome. All right. Let's have a look at this one here, I suppose. So, were you there?
Yeah. They won.
What happened at the end?
They won.
They won.
So they're in the finals.
At least they're in the
Or 10 points. What was it, 14 points?
Yeah, it was like level up until sort of the third quarter, and then the VFL boys pulled away for a good win. Booked the spot in the 8, and
They're versing them.
Carlton will end up playing Collingwood in an elimination final in the VFL.
So do all the AFL boys go back down to the 2s and play the finals there?
I was going to say, maybe they'll do that, but you know what's going to happen? We still won't win.
They'll bottle it.
No, don't do that, because they'll fucking falter.
So it's something to
Don't
look
put
out
the
for.
seniors in there.
No.
They'll
They'll bottle it.
They'll drop
It's something to look out for, I guess.
Fuck.
Not much to really say though. I mean, it was a win. It's good. It's good for
Do they
the.
play next week or they got a
It's
week
a
off?
good sign for the VFL boys that they've been able to get the job done. But isn't it amazing? Is that the majority of the team was made up by VFL listed boys who got the job done and are not part of the Carlton trauma.
But this is what I'm
And they're not
saying.
part
You
of
don't
that
want to be
system.
putting seniors in there who are going to bloody falter.
You know what I
they're
mean?
all done.
So, and it was all the VFL listed boys who stood up at the end. Crocker kicked a goal
Yeah, it's a good goal.
to pretty much win us the game. And yeah, Glass McCasker was good again.
It really doesn't matter now.
No, it's just like
Whatever, they're good. It's not like we got someone to come
But
in.
if you're that heavily invested in it, you know, which
No,
I am,
it's good
I'll
for
go
the
down and
VFL,
watch the
but as far
final.
as the seniors go, to me at the end of the day, like VFL's VFL. VFL is to get the AFL ready. That's it. That's what you're there
And
for.
I think there's,
Strength
as I said, it's funny that we only had a handful of AFL listed players on the field, and it was all the VFL
have
listed
like
and
3
new
or
boys.
4.
I don't know, they're more than that, probably 6.
Yeah.
Something like that. But it's funny how it was the VFL listed boys from other clubs who have been able to...
Setterfield might go back down there and have a ripper this week.
He could. No, I think a lot of those AFL boys will be given a rest.
I wouldn't give them a rest. Go again.
A rest. They had a rest today. In the last quarter, they rested.
Yeah. So who do they play again?
Collingwood.
There you go.
Play against Collingwood again in an elimination final.
Get knocked out by them now.
You know, it's funny. I actually spoke to an assistant coach at Collingwood and a line coach at Collingwood. I'm not going to name who he is, but he said to me before we played them earlier this year that when we lost by a couple of points when Silvani missed that shot, he said, no, you guys are 18 months ahead of us.
Are we?
That's what he said to me, word for word.
The Collingwood seniors.
The Collingwood seniors are 18. He goes, you guys are 18 months ahead of us.
Fuck, they made all that time back.
I reckon he was playing.
Yeah, fucking no.
Nah, he's pretty open and honest with it all.
18 months, so they're fast track.
That's where they saw themselves,
When
right?
was this?
This was before the Collingwood game earlier this year.
So only fucking 3 months ago.
Yeah. He said, he goes, I think he goes, you guys are 18 months, you guys are 18 months advanced.
But isn't that
to us.
scary that we've been doing this for 7
So hang on,
years?
that they thought to themselves, fuck, okay, we're a little bit off the blues.
Yeah.
But does that mean you still can't win?
Yeah.
Or be better than what you think you are?
Yeah.
You know? And that's what I'm saying is that even though we think we're not in that area or whatever we are, doesn't mean that you can't demand it and expect it and it can't happen.
But I look at him thinking, hey, they're only 18 months behind us. I would have thought that maybe we're 4 years
Well, now they're
behind.
ahead of us, aren't they?
Oh, now.
He had them closer.
Yeah.
He
That's
had them.
right.
He had them closer
Yeah,
to
that's
us
right.
than he thought.
That's
they
right.
should
We
be.
thought we're miles in front of them, 2-3 years in front of
That's
them.
what I mean. Maybe more.
Yeah. And he's only
We're
thinking,
7
no, we're
years
only
in. They're fucking. I don't know. They're not nothing in.
You know
As
what,
I
all
say,
these...
rebuild is a myth.
This age demographic
It's all
and then
fucking
this
bullshit.
and then that.
It's all
And
bullshit.
you look at it now, like, again, we don't want to go back to that game, but fucking hell, man. Now you look at it, you look at their players like the Dacosses, right, and all them, right? They're going to be playing in their first finals. And we got Walsh, Cripps,
Been there for years.
and they still haven't played a final.
No.
You know what I mean?
Anyway.
And it's just unlucky
So
that
when
they come to us.
We obviously, when do the twos play the finals? Not next week. or the week after?
But they have a week's rest.
I'd assume so. Yeah.
Maybe.
Actually, I don't even
No, I
think
don't think they do.
They probably
No, because they always
No.
play that week before.
Before, yeah, I don't think they do
don't
have
have
a
a.
rest.
No.
So-
So we're all going to get down
fuck.
there. We're going to cheer them on.
Yeah, I'd yeah, mate. If you're that way inclined, if you're not too
Come on, get
carved
down
up
there.
from this season, go for it. But I'll be there.
Well, I'll get down there.
I'll be there.
If it's on a Saturday, I'm not there because I'm going to Caulfield.
Okay.
That's true.
I'd rather do 2,000
Listen,
3,000 at the track.
I'm going to
than
tell you
watch that.
honestly.
Yeah, you're done.
I don't care.
Well, not only I am done. This is gonna kill me. But I can't really get emotionally into the VFL.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I know what you
Nah,
mean.
me
Yeah, I know what
either.
you mean.
What about the AFLW?
No,
Oh, okay. But I thought you were.
no. I keep an interest for everybody, you know, because everyone like we talk
Keep
about
tabs
it
on
and
it, it's
they keep
okay, it's
tabs
fine.
on it. But to get like emotionally thing, like to go,
Not
"Well,
attached."
We won. I can't do it because to me, again, it's all about our AFL side
Yeah,
and all the
I'm with you.
VFL to me is a breeding ground and a training ground to get the AFL side right. That's it. Because
point.
if they were as important as what
Yeah,
people
I know
are
what you mean.
thinking they are,
I know what you mean.
I don't see their cups
No.
up.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
Yeah, I know,
they don't show them.
Yeah,
No one
it's true.
cares.
Exactly, no, it's true.
You know what I mean? They put up second place. Like they're the VFL side. All right, good on you, man. Like it's Carlton, but come on, man. Like, yeah, I'll keep a tab on it. I hope they win. You know, it's all good, you know, and it's good. But it's like, man, if they win the grand final, it's like this hollow.
I don't think they win the grand final, but they could pinch. They beat Collingwood, so there's no reason they can't beat them again.
Yeah.
They could win a final or two. The VFL
I don't
boys.
want to take away your segment. It's a
No,
great
you're not
segment.
at all. You're not at all. You're not at all.
Yeah, the reserves.
We were there today. We watched it.
Nah, that's
I watched
it.
the whole game, really, actually.
But it was a build-up to the big game. And then it was like,
Anyway.
All right, don't worry
Good
about
on
it.
them. I hope they win the next.
So you haven't got a
first one.
Malocchio?
No, I'm sorry, but
You know what we'll do? We'll just go into this one here.
You wanted the next one?
Yeah, banana.
My hand is like...
Do you want me to control it here? I'll do it.
No, I'm looking
How come
for...
they're like that? We can't see them. If you see this screen here, they're all over the place. All right, I'll tell you what number it is.
I got it.
15.
Yeah, I see it.
Look at the way he's pushing it.
Porco Dio.
Porco cane.
Fuck!
Yeah.
If you see what we're doing here.
Bananas in pajamas.
Flat knacker cheeks.
It's a big...
Cooked.
Can I have it first?
It's a big effort.
Can I have it first? Let me
It's
hold
a
it.
big effort just
I'm
to
Captain.
get
I'm
here.
Captain Hooked.
Sponsored by Marino Bros.
Oh,
Free
God.
shipping
Yeah,
over
that's the
$60. Order before 12 fucking PM, AM, fucking December, AM, whatever.
And as we say, unlike Carlton, they deliver.
They deliver.
Correct.
So the banana of the week can go to Carlton, but banana of the week's going to go to me.
Yeah.
What a fucking idiot.
Yeah.
This is what they do to us, so.
You caused the injury. Now you're going to be in pain.
It's purple.
Is it? You sure it's
Oh,
not broken?
it's actually gone purple.
It's fucked, man. I'm telling you.
It's probably broken.
Commitment.
BT.
You do a bit of that.
Anyway.
But I'm a dickhead, but anyway.
I don't
Yeah,
know, but I don't even have one. I don't even
You've
have
got one.
I got a couple.
Well, you're going
My
to say
banana,
one for
there we
me,
go.
but yeah, go.
Yeah, I know. We had the same one, but the first one is
I haven't even got one.
Kerno. Yeah. Sorry, mate. Seriously.
He won the Coleman and copped the fucking banana.
Banana. And I said it, mate, it's going to cost
Let
us.
him.
I think.
Nah, fuck him. Seriously, man. You really did.
Leeds are 2-0 up against Chelsea.
I think
Anyway.
somebody said, sorry. Go, keep talking.
No, well, what else can you say about him, man?
What else can
Seriously.
be said? Tactically, again,
Tactically.
backwards.
He deserved a banana, and I think he...
Jimmy Raptis said 17 minutes into the fourth, our illustrious Coleman medalist decides to snap it around after the mark rather than take a second to set it up. This time it backfired and cost us big time. The jumper punch, have said this time and time again. It would happen at the worst time. Rocco was right. Hashtag
You actually were right.
Sickening.
He was actually
I
right.
don't want to be right, but
Sickening.
I could
actually
see
right.
it, man. I could see it, man, because...
This is gonna cost us.
This is gonna cost us, man. What happened to fucking cost us?
I'm telling you.
I know.
That fucking around the body shit.
It is. It's shit, isn't it?
It's fucking garbage, bro.
Garbage. Well, especially, you know, when you're like, when they're directly in front and they do it.
But you know what's funny? You also hear the moans and sighs in the
Yeah,
crowd.
it's bad.
But you do. You know when he's lining up, everyone's work like going. Oh no, he's gonna go.
Yeah.
He's gonna go drop punt. He's gonna go. Oh no, he's gonna go. Oh, this is the right side for him.
It's sickening.
It should be just. Why are we having this discussion? It's like we've evolved to a new discussion now. All right, the other one goes.
Yeah,
This is a big
please.
one.
Yeah. This is good. I like this one. Fuck you too. I actually don't care. I have no time for this bloke.
Nah.
What?
He's a big Carlton supporter.
Who is
We
he?
think he is.
I don't think he
Wait,
is.
who's getting the banana?
just-
Oh, okay, yeah.
Do you want to say it?
Yeah.
Mr.
Andy
Andy.
Ma.
Maha.
Oh God.
Maha. We did this one together because we were gonna.
You're a fucking disgrace.
Maha.
You are a disgrace.
You are a disgrace, mate. Saying
The wolf
that
is an embarrassment.
He said embarrassment. Did you hear his little podcast that he does?
I'm the one who clipped it.
Yeah, I know. And sent it to us. So I don't listen to it.
Absolutely
'Cause
sickening.
It's rubbish. He comes back and he's full of crap, man, calling it embarrassing.
I'm sorry, but he's a fucking sorry sod of a human being.
Does he go to the football anymore?
No,
Why?
I can't find this clip. And people are going to call me a fucking liar, but I swear to God, this was like 5:30 on the way home. I was with my brother in the car, driving home. I know I was on Flemington Road coming back from work. I know the exact time. I know where I was. He was talking to his fucking mate, Andrew fucking Gay's Chich, right? Right? And he said to him, he is a champion, and he said to him that, you know, Andy, I don't think I can go to the footy anymore. The lights in the crowd and, it's a bit cold. It's a bit late for the kids and it's a bit expensive.
Yeah.
Are you fucking kidding me?
This is a true supporter.
Are you kidding me?
He's
But the Wolves an embarrassment. I think you're the embarrassment.
So anyway, look, we continue on. I thought I'll send him a message to
That was
see.
a good one.
I'll send him a message.
Did you put it in the chat?
No. Yeah, I got it here. If you want me to, no, I don't want to read it word for word.
Okay.
You want to read it word for word?
Hey, you just ask, to paraphrase, you just ask him.
I just
him to
asked him
say
why
is it embarrassing. He said, I don't think he kicks the ball long enough. He's not the right player to give it to.
Did today all day.
Because of look at Val Perovic and Ange Christie, but didn't Val and Ange tick it off?
Well, first of all, they ticked it off, and second of all, then I wrote back to him and said, first I thanked him for responding, for being such a super mega star you are. And then I said to him, what's embarrassing about it? What's embarrassing is engaging the whole crowd and kids.
He said, you don't do it for short kicks. I actually think it's funnier for short kicks.
But I said, have you actually watched any of Ange's games? Because he did play. We used to wolf his handballs. Yeah. I'm telling you.
He actually is.
We used to wolf his handball. So don't tell me about. And then he said he doesn't kick it long enough. Kicks it fucking long enough. Ange didn't kick it 120 metres every kick. He did pass the ball. Yeah. For you to say that, it means you've got no fucking idea about the game. Because he did used to pass the ball, right? So it wasn't just for that. And then I said, I think you're missing the point, mate. You're missing the point of what the wolf is about.
An engaging thing.
Correct.
Right. That's what you miss. And I thought, unfortunately, you're missing the point. We try to, it's the only time that we've engaged the crowd, we made them feel part of the team, and only for people like you to rain on the parade.
You know what he is? He's a fucking gatekeeper.
Yeah.
I can't stand people like he's a gatekeeper. An
His last message was to me, he goes, well, I don't like it. This
don't wolf and go get fucked.
I don't like it. You do. I'm not going to die on this hill. And
you're a gatekeeper. That's all you are. Piss off.
Everyone suit themselves, And I wrote,
fucking 80,000 were woofing today, so shove that up your ass.
What did you say? What was the last message you sent?
Just big block letters, embarrassing. And seriously, Andy, you are a big banana, man, to rain on everyone's parade.
Why even bring it up for?
He copped a bit of heat.
Good. Good. Deserved. He bought
to tell you the truth,
bought it upon himself.
You know that bloke, man. He won't say anything against Carlton because he shits himself. He's not the voice of Carlton. He goes on there and he's their little puppet, man.
Didn't he get injured doing the AFLW?
The bloke got injured doing the AFLW. Get away from him, man. You can't even run there.
Just quietly again. That's. I don't want to.
No, I don't want to go over that.
Mate, it's another shit show.
No, I don't care about that. I'm sorry, I don't care.
It's getting worse, man.
I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you.
I don't care.
It's like they're dragging on each other. Like it's like, no. We're gonna come down here. No. We're also gonna come down here.
That's it. That's it. Oh, where you going? Where you going? Come back here.
No good. What are you looking at?
Just trying to compare.
What? Your hands.
Getting more swollen here too.
Oh god.
Your shot's on broken.
Nah, so I can move it. It's just a nice hematoma.
Anyway.
All right, you know what it's time for?
What?
Let's do a bit of this. Come on.
Che bello! Ma che cazzo sta a fa? Ma che cazzo sei? Ma che cazzo? Ma che cazzo ne so? Fatti cazzo.
Hey, Carlton. Ma che cazzo! That was a big ma che cazzo.
That pains me.
Yeah, it does.
That pains me.
Actually, I saw it was weird. After leaving up on High Street, there was a shop there, and people in there looked like a restaurant. There was no sign or nothing on it. So as you just separation straight in the corner, separation right in front. There's a sign there, and there's just one of those illuminated signs, and it was doing that. But that's it.
A neon light. One of those neon lights.
Doing that. I wanted to take a video. I thought I looked like an idiot.
He's doing the Merolithrin.
That's it. Yeah, the cheat is another cheat.
Let him.
Hey, listen, I found that the Italians, they're getting one of Australia's favourite foods, and they're going to, like, make their own.
Okay. Not a meat pie.
No, have a look at this. Okay. Yeah.
Have a look. Corny flakes.
Right, you know who used to love cornflakes? Our nonno.
Oh, not on my chair.
Yeah, I love it. We used to love cornflakes.
And every cereal
Corny flakes.
every cereal is cornflakes. According to the
Yeah, they're all cornflake.
Voi kiste cornflakes or kiste cornflakes?
Or the Cocoa Pop. They used to love the Cocoa Pop.
Corny flakes.
The corny flake for you.
Made plenty of those, I reckon.
Hey, listen. Now, Italians, are they it's the language of love.
That's correct.
You go to Venice, the gondola. Yeah. Wow. Have a look at this.
Bella.
If you want, I'm very rich.
If you want, I'm very rich.
I cook spaghetti very well.
That's like the two. If you want, I'm very rich, and I cook a spaghetti very well. How do you lose?
See that? It's like he's working, right? He's got two people on there. Hey,
Not
man,
bad.
he turns into like, hey, mate, that's typical. Hey, this is very close to your heart used to.
Okay, right.
Because you love the Ferraris and that. And they haven't had a good year, huh?
They started well.
I can
but
imagine.
they started like fucking Carlton.
Yeah. And I can imagine you doing this. Watch this. Put it up.
I don't understand one thing. Verstappen going into the pit to change the tire once. Ferrari, they changed them 3 times. But did you see Verstappen? He started with medium, and he ended with medium. Okay, then Ferrari went medium, hard, soft, medium, super hard, fucking hard, and then they lost. Screw you, Ferrari.
That's like us. It's like us today.
The medium.
They went to Bolton, Teague, to Voss, to Sayers, to the Geordie chair, to Cook, to fucking to Little, to fucking to Sauce, to Austin, to this, to that, and then we lost. And we still lost.
Screw you.
That's funny, man. That's quality.
That is, when I saw that straight away.
He was on the phone to somebody.
Yeah. No, I think he might have been watching it.
You know, like,
I don't know, whatever. But the way he was doing
fantastic.
it, soft to hard
To medium, to super soft, to hard, back to medium, to soft, and they still lost.
And what happened? We lost. Hey, Lebos.
The Lebanese.
The Mabrukia. Yeah.
Let's have a look at this.
You know, Lebanon, the economy completely collapsed and everybody who has money in the banks is totally gone. So one Lebanese guy from here, Toronto, Canada, calls the guy in Lebanon and he says, you should see what happened to me. My wife left me and she took half my money as per the law here in Canada. And the Lebanese guy says, you're lucky. Here, the bank took all my money and I still have my wife.
There you go, man. Oh, I still have the money.
That's like here. Carlton took all my money and I've still got
Carlton. They're still lost.
And they're still lost.
Hey, listen. You know when a player changes teams?
Yeah. Yes.
Right? In the animal world, this is how it's like. Watch this.
Okay.
Look at this dog. Goes through.
Oh,
Watch this. He comes from one side.
He goes through the fence.
He jumps through and then he starts attacking
the other one.
Oh, that's like the best, man. When I saw that, I go, man, that's like a player, man. 1 minute you're there, next minute.
You miss one.
No. Oh, yeah. All right. This one was one of my favourite ads when I was a kid. Watch this.
Have a look.
The Sony video camera from $345.
Cash converters.
Cash converters, see that? 14.
There it is.
Hey, listen, what's one of the scariest things you could do? Barry for count.
Yeah.
What about parachuting?
Yeah.
It's pretty,
Let's have a look at this.
Death defying.
I've seen another one where he has to pull the other parachute.
Oh yeah, where he.
No, this is the one. No, this is the one.
Yeah, this one. Yes,
The one. Yeah, he has to get the other parachute out.
Well, he has to get
It's
the
a safety
emergency
one,
out.
Yeah. Emergency's not safety.
Look at this, man. He's just all tangled. That red thing.
Yeah. He has to pull it. Watch how close it gets to the floor.
Wow.
It's fantastic. How close he is. Oh, bloke's on the floor, man. He was actually dead.
Look at that. He just over.
Wow. Oh.
Yeah, I saw that.
Holy moly.
That's not good.
Phew, that's very lucky.
Now, have I told you something about me? You know, I parachuted 6 times.
Have you really?
6 times, yeah.
Fun, yeah.
You got video footage of it, or?
I've got photos. I've got to find them. I'll try to find them, but I definitely got photos.
How long ago was this?
I would have been in my 20s, so about 20 years ago. Can I tell you the first time I ever parachuted, what happened?
What?
That
Tell me it
didn't happen,
failed.
but- Huh?
Oh, did it nearly fail?
No, but there was a failure. So what happened was, so when I first started, so I didn't go tandem, went on my own, right?
Yeah.
But what you do is you do some training and then you do a static line.
Yeah.
Right.
So static line means you're attached to the plane. As you jump,
Yeah.
after about 2 or 3 seconds, you attach to the plane, bang, it pulls the chute for you.
Right.
So you get used to jumping. And
Okay.
then what happens is you do that a few times, they watch you and they assess you, and then
Did you go by yourself? Like,
yeah.
What do you mean?
no guide.
No.
You parachuted yourself?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
That's grouse.
Wow.
6 times.
That's grouse.
So what happens is you static line, and I did one on my own. I got to a stage where I got one on my own, and then I stopped. You know, it just for that time, it just like you'd have to. I was in Euroa. It was like an hour and a half away on the weekend, and to do it like it's expensive every week.
Yeah.
And then what people would do is they would go there and fold chutes and do things to earn like points so they could go up and jump and look, I enjoyed it, but I would shit myself every single time because I hate heights.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So what happens is, this is the way they do it there is, you go into this little Cessna plane.
Oh, God.
Right?
They're the best.
And they got no doors, no seats. And the
just a
first
wind
thing I
tunnel.
learned real quick is you never say you're the heaviest because...
You go first.
Yeah, and you got to stand and you got to like kneel at the door. And the door's like completely open,
Oh,
you know?
God.
Yeah, it's
So
like
you're
a
sitting
wind
there
tunnel.
holding on and I'm going, mate, come on, I don't want to look outside, I don't want to look outside. And so what happens is, when they get to that point where you got to get out, you just got to go. Like, because they
you're in and
spin
out.
around and it all depends on wind and that, and you go out at a certain spot and then they spin around and the next person jumps, next person jumps, right? And they pick up the next 4 and do it again, you know? So, and the way you would do it is, at the start is, so you got the Cessna with the wing and the wheel.
Yeah.
So you would grab hold of the wing.
The wing, yeah.
Yeah, so you step out, you
Oh,
grab
yeah.
onto the wing and kind of like Superman it,
You let yourself
and then
go.
let go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you got to do the whole
The
I
arm
can't remember,
bullshit.
1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000, pull the things, and then the chute opens, and then if it tangles up a bit, you got to kind of like clear it up a bit by shaking it and that.
Yeah.
So the bloke who jumps out, so you do that, and the first thing was we were doing it on the floor on this mock-up.
Yeah.
I didn't realise how much you win, so mate, I go out and mate, the thing like I'm trying to hold on. Whoa, I can't believe this. Like this is like.
Yeah.
So get out, jump out, right now. So before that, the bloke who jumps before me, right? So what happens is a jump, and then there's a big cross on the ground.
Yeah. Aim for that.
They got to aim for that, and then there's when you get close enough, there's a bloke with 2 paddles. Right? And what he does is he steers you in.
Yeah.
So if you've got to pull one side or pull the other, he tells you which way to go so you can land softly.
Of course, yeah.
Until you get good at it, you know? So the first bloke, he was like a kamikaze bloke.
Right. Oh,
so he jumped out. He wasn't listening to anyone. He's just doing whatever he wants to do. The bloke's trying to get his attention, you know? Doing it. So then I jump. So I jump out, everything goes good, I'm floating and floating and floating down, floating down.
Yeah.
And this bloke's not concentrating on me. He's concentrating, he's trying to get the other bloke.
Oh, God. Right.
Shit.
Oh, yeah, and that's right. There's also a big arrow on the ground.
Yeah.
So what happens is when you're up there, he turns this arrow to guide you in.
Okay,
you
right.
just follow the arrow and he'll guide you in.
Yeah.
So he left the arrow pointing one way.
Oh, no.
Guiding this other bloke. So I'm going. Man, I'm going. Fucking hell. He's like, he's bringing me a lot, you know. So go right around. And then right at the end, man, I'm thinking like, no, I've gone too far.
Yeah.
I'm miles away.
Yeah.
So I quickly turned and I did that kind of land. You fucking boof onto the ground, you know.
Yeah.
I'm like 2 properties away, right?
Oh, God.
So I'm collecting, man. I'm trying to like dodge cows, you know.
Yeah,
There's cows and that everywhere. My ex and all that, and they thought I was dead. 'Cause they're waiting there. They couldn't see me, so I had to walk like for 30 minutes, and then the bloke at the end, at the end, they give you like a participation.
Oh, yeah, you got the ribbon.
Because you're the only bloke that's ever missed the whole property, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, you get the arrow pointing that way,
exactly.
you know. So I survived that one there, and
Well
then
done, you
I did
survived.
another 5 more times. Yeah, so there you go. There's my story.
Well done.
Yeah, very
You're still here.
Still here. I wouldn't do it anymore, but no. All right. So there's none of
No, Paul's cool.
Nah, there can't be. Multi. Well, we've got no
He's
fucking
got no money left.
Just
skint.
Took it all. Hey,
broke.
Your 2 Collingwood games, you went all out, and they burnt you badly both times.
I was counting the cashier's check at the 3/4 time. I was waiting in line. I was at the queue.
You were doing a Kramer.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Till the Kramer, come on.
Hey, something we weren't today, Kings. So we finished last week. So this week we're going to go into, fuck, another champion.
Who?
Well, one of my very close second favourite sports. Cricket. And who was the greatest cricketer ever?
Donald fucking Bradman.
Hey, what is he?
On your chest, Donald Bradman.
The GOAT.
The GOAT, yeah.
99.94.
So, wow, that's it. The greatest batsman ever, 99 point. That is a famous stat that I read. I think that when you becoming a citizen, if you don't know that stat, out you go.
Just to pour you.
Yeah.
Bad luck.
You got to know that. And you'll see, like in the interview now, or in the doco that goes to like 6 parts or something. You'll see that when you debate who's the best batsman, and you can say Tendulkar, you can say Brian Lara, you could say Ponting, you could say all of them. But just remember one thing: 99.94 or 3.
99.94.
94. The next best is 60.
Yeah.
It was like 60 something.
Who is it? Kumar Sangakkara, I think. Yeah, it's just...
It's almost double.
Yeah, I know.
You can't.
Yeah,
That's it.
I
It's
know.
done. It's done. It's done.
game
And he
over.
played on uncovered wickets.
Yeah.
But they were just like...
Shit.
Yeah,
They were
that's it.
ditches.
They were just like, we'll just bowl here. Just bowl here, man. This looks like the smoothest part of the ground, you know? Yeah, where now they play on bloody concrete pitches almost.
Roads.
Anyway, let's have a look at this.
Who wants to be king?
I've never started out to break any records. I've always tried to do the best I can for the team that I'm playing for. And if in getting those runs I should happen to break any record, well, naturally, I'm very pleased, but I do not deliberately set out to try and break records.
There's only one player ever that's the greatest batsman of all time, it's Sir Donald Bradman.
Suddenly here's this guy who comes along, seems to make 100 every time he bats.
There's no one ever in the history of the game, before or since then, that's been twice as good as the next guy.
He was phenomenal, an absolute phenomenon.
Don Bradman was, without question, the greatest cricketer that ever lived.
Bloke averaged 99. He must have been something special.
The greatest player in cricket, it's got to be Donald Bradman.
I've never seen anybody come near him since, not a single soul. I don't think I ever will.
It stands as a monument to the greatest sportsman Australia has ever produced. The small country town of Bowral, west of Sydney, is the destination for one of world sport's great pilgrimages. Home to the Bradman Museum, it's where he grew up and dreamed of playing for his country.
I think there's only one word to describe Don Bradman. He was a freak.
In some ways, you know, you just shake your head about, you know, his life. I mean, he would be walking down the street and people would just stop cars in the middle of the road and get out to get his autograph or shake his hand. You know, that you don't sort of quite, and he did that for, you know, the best part of his life, 60 years, you know, where he was for the Don and you know, just held in such regard.
He was not just a great cricketer, he was a great Australian.
Not only did he know how to score runs, but he knew how to hang around. He often turned singles into doubles, into triples, and that's what separated him really from the very good players. He simply had this insatiable appetite for runs, and he had a way of calculating how he was going to get them.
Over a period punctuated by the Second World War, Bradman broke every batting record in the game, accumulating 6,996 runs in 52 tests, scoring 29 centuries. He scored runs at such a phenomenal rate that his career batting average has become part of not just cricket, but sporting folklore.
His test average of 99.94 is probably the most famous statistic in all of sport.
It's so close to perfection that it's hard to argue against that.
You've got to remember that he played all his cricket on uncovered pitches. Now, they're not a lot of flat pitches like they play on today, or short boundaries like they got today. We had to hit the ball to the fence. And uncovered pitches, and you get some of those, you get some real bad ones. To average that is absolutely fantastic.
You talk to the players nowadays, well, it's not, couldn't have been the same way back then because in my era or even before, because standards improved, they say that the 100 metres is running less than it was 20 years ago. That's their analogy, which that's fair. But Don Bradman's record is twice as good as anyone else, so he's got to be the greatest player.
The game is not the same today as it was when we played. Technology has done that, and if Don Bradman had used the bat today, that they use today, he wouldn't average 99.94, he would average 199.94, because the jet propelled things they use today, if he'd used one of those, they wouldn't have got the ball back.
Neil Harvey.
There you go. Very good. The great Sir Donald Bradman.
Sir, yes, he is a sir.
He is a Caesar or sir. No, I love him. I love my cricket. I know you guys do too.
Yep.
And love the Donald
Cricket
Bradman.
season's coming up soon.
Yeah, well, I'm looking
Summer
forward to
cricket.
it. At least we have a
Bet
chance.
we've got something to look forward to.
At least have a
At least
chance.
they're half decent in
At least we've
Australia.
got a chance of winning something.
Yeah, maybe we go to like a Boxing Day or something.
Disaster.
Yeah, no, we'll go. I usually try to go
Third
one day.
day.
The third
Third
day.
day's
Yeah,
the
The first group won in Victoria for the new horse racing
Horse
season
racing
this week.
This week, beautiful.
Caulfield, Memsey Stakes.
I'll be there.
Well, yeah, we've got to look for something else now.
Got some stuff in the works with a certain media organisation that's
that's tomorrow.
coming up for me.
Have you got something going on tomorrow?
Technically, yeah.
Tomorrow,
Well,
yeah.
as of this goes up on Tuesday, but yesterday I
Oh,
had
yes,
something.
of course. Because,
Yeah.
How did it go?
We have to. Yeah, it was awesome, man. Like,
It was
bang 'em
awesome,
straight
I have
in
to,
the
I have to
teeth.
front up tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. after this. I don't know how I'm
Yes.
going to do it.
You need a fucking
You're
G
going to have
up.
to lift, man. You're going to have to lift. We have to give him the motivation. You got to lift.
I know. I'll be right. I've done all my prep, so I'm all good.
Fuck, that was a waste. You wasted a good motivational call
On those
bananas.
assholes.
I think Collingwood listened to it.
I know. Oh.
Hey. Anyway, we always front up Instagram, TikTok, Facebook subs, like, share. Everyone
Those
go now.
motherfuckers on TikTok, because they fucking think. They
Oh, what happened there?
Because of violence.
violence, because it's unchons.
What's
Yeah.
unchons?
Like
The
punch-ons.
punch-ons can't Collingwood.
The brawls and that.
They're stuffed, these people. It's football.
They allow fucking softcore porn on there. They don't allow punch-ons between men.
Anyway.
So you can go there half dressed and start dancing.
They do allow softcore porn on there.
It is. It's a
crazy.
breeding ground for fucking porn. It's disgusting. We're using it for good content, there.
Yeah.
We're just trying to get.
100%. They're dressing like that, getting like 100,000 views, right? And that's all right.
Fucking con the fruiterer.
Fucking pricks.
That's shit.
Con the
ass,
fruiterer.
Yeah.
That's shit ass. No, it's true, man. And then
Not
they,
a bad video
and then
as
they
well.
like
He
last.
did a good voiceover as well. I thought, you know what, Paul, do a voiceover, you know.
Yeah, I know.
Because he said, I mean, why not use it for this?
Because I noticed it was good, and all of a sudden it was like blocked, huh?
Dogs.
Violent. It's a footy game.
I tried every tag to avoid everything
Yeah,
as well.
shit, man. The other day, a few weeks ago, I wanted to do on one of the market cuts. It was like this kid sliding down the escalator and he knackered himself, you know?
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah. They've sent me a fucking... They
Oh,
not only
what?
blocked it, because I always test everything.
Yeah, they
before
send
I
you a
got-
strike or a warning.
Yeah, it was a... Not just like... usually they just do like, we'll block you, it's not a strike. But this one was like a warning because it's violent. And I go... So if that was a bloke who did it, that's fine. But because it was like a 15-year-old, you're a dickhead for sliding down there anyway, right? And they block you, and you go, who's doing this stuff, man? I'm telling you, this should be my rant. YouTube and that, you should really look at your policies and that, because they're absolutely rubbish. I'm telling you, man. For you to unmonetize a show for like 2 seconds.
Yeah, great.
For
Well done.
2 seconds of a video, it's a disgrace, mate. That really should be looked upon. Actually, Rogan was
there's so many
complaining.
Going in on that.
You know, he said, I was listening to one of his podcasts, he
There's been
said,
so many of these people that have tried. They never will try.
no, you'll never get anything. But he said that sometimes they get demonetized, they try to demonetizing for them watching something that's not on there,
Correct.
but them talking about it and watching it
Correct.
themselves,
Yeah.
they try to demonetize
Copyright
it
claims.
on the
Copyright claims.
copyright claims on the Joe Rogan show. So they're not even showing it.
Yeah.
So that, you know, they
They're
show
just
their guests
talking
from the
about
side.
Yeah.
They don't even show it, but because they talked about it,
Yeah. Oh, it's copyright claims. Come on, man. Anyway. Whatever.
this is the world we live in, man. Get onto the merch.
Yeah.
The Jumper Punch channel, yes. So
Yeah.
get onto the channel, make sure, push subscribe. We're getting up there, we're getting up
Hit
there.
like. Thank you for viewing all the.
100%. The likes last week was huge, man. So this was really good. Like, I don't even know what this week's going to be like, man. People are even going to want to watch this week.
Misery, as you would say.
Fucking disaster.
Anyway, there were some viewers. Let's have a look. First of all, let's have a look at this. Let's have a look at this picture.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, we're all over.
Is this?
Oh, Lyndon Hosking.
Yes.
On you, Lyndon.
I saw somebody at the ground. I don't know. He didn't say his name or anything. He looked to me. I was looking in the aisle, and he looked to me, and he just goes like this.
Oh.
Like that, like fucking Superman. I'm like, oh my God, you mate.
Well,
sick.
when I was outside...
Before the game, you weren't there yet, so it was in the...
I was outside.
He just went like this. If you are watching, fucking comment.
I did the same. I was outside, just like waiting for my kids and that, and I was just not talking that, and some bloke comes up to me, right, and he goes, and he's wearing the jumper punch top, you know, and then he goes, man, and he was like absolutely disappointed. So anyway, everyone that come up to me,
Matt O'Connor came up to us.
Yeah,
I actually saw the picture.
Yeah, he's Italia cab as well.
Yeah,
Nice Italia cab. Love it.
Anyway, that's the thing. I was thinking, now, is that the one who does the boxing? Have you seen his stuff on Facebook? I'm telling you, it's the same bloke. He does a boxing podcast.
Does he really?
Yes,
no
it's the
idea.
same bloke, mate. So anyway,
that's his Colombo doing that.
That's his
I had
profile.
no idea.
Profile
Pic on Facebook.
Yeah, and I did comment on it and say that it's true. Everyone does look better in the jumper punch top. Let's have a look at some of these
comments. Yeah.
Who's
Yes,
this?
the music for us is terrible pre-game. Get something good. I'll get Master of Puppets
Yes!
going.
Master! I love that tune, man. That's fuck.
Yeah,
it was shit today again.
Yeah.
They played Snoop Dogg
Rihanna.
before the first bounce. And people smoking jutsis getting
fucking juttas.
about to go to bed, bro.
Anyway, who was that from?
Ivani collects. So
There you go.
Ivani collects. Yeah.
Look at this one.
Yeah. Let's
Who's
see
this
what we
one?
got. Boys, you have delivered again. Great interview. What an insight into a bloke I didn't know that much about. Well done. Thomas Beckelli.
That was
would be
about
Peter Francis.
No,
Ricky Nixon.
Ricky Nixon. Oh, really? Oh, yes.
Yeah, so that's all we do, man. Like, we had actually, just a quick, there were a couple of comments which we're always going to get about him, but I just say, everyone, whatever he's done, watch the interview before you start throwing stones in glass houses and that.
Yeah,
just
bad.
be careful, everyone, judging people, because I'm telling you, you know nothing about these people, man, and maybe just walk a mile in someone's shoes before you talk, you know. But anyway, again, we've done it.
Yep.
Do an interview and you get to find out some real facts about people. Yeah.
Braden Lee 123. This episode has got me wanting to run through a brick wall for Sunday's game.
Yeah. Fuck, that was a bit. I put that before the thing. Yeah. So
we rocked up, but anyway.
What else have we got? I don't think you got out of order here.
Oh, yeah. Fuck. Oh, my thing, mate. Everything's fucked.
Yeah, well, the whole thing's. You've got to see, man. This whole
Just a
system's
shitmuzzle.
falling apart. Hope you're enjoying this.
Another one?
Yeah. Tried
What do we
28.
got?
Did we do Thomas?
Beckelli we got.
Just did that.
Did we do James?
No.
The fuck is James there?
29.
The fuck have you got me going?
I don't know, man. Is it there?
Yeah.
Where?
I don't know.
Up and to the right. Is
yeah,
that it?
that's
Yeah.
Ivani collects.
I keep going.
Fucking cats, oh.
All right. I don't know anymore.
Deal.
Oh, what about
boy.
down here? Is anything down here?
To the left.
Yeah, that's the intro.
To the left.
No, keep
Left.
going. These ones. What
One
are
of
these
those
ones?
It could be this.
Could be. What's this one?
Let him. Yeah.
No, we did that.
All right. This is great viewing, everyone.
What's this?
I don't know.
Nah.
No? Are you on even the right page?
I reckon it's this one.
All right, have a
No,
look.
It's not.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Whatever.
All right, the rest stuff is.
Whatever.
It's all over. This is what the whole
It's a
day is.
fucking
eh?
disaster, man.
It's a disaster.
I'm sorry, I'm just done.
Well, look, it was a tough show because not only did we have to like come back and do it, like we had to come back and like do a lot of the editing and that before we started, and we weren't in the fucking mood for any of this shit, man.
It's not even in here.
Nah, don't worry about it. It's all good. Look, James Hutt, Thomas Beckelli,
Beckelli.
Yeah, all of you.
Oh, James Hart message. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, James Hart.
Yeah, thanks, everyone. Thanks, everyone. Thank you very much.
So many people that inboxed me today before the game and that, like, so many. It's all the people that inboxed me.
No, it's all good. Anyway, that's all we can do, man. To tell you the truth, man, it is a disappointing end to the year now. And so look, we'll lift as far as the jumper punch goes for next week. Next week's a big show, so we'll have the Presidente on.
We'll be nice and fresh as well.
Yeah, we'll be nice and fresh. We'll be a different kind of vibe for the show, you know, and we'll look back and I'm sure, you know, not only will we'll have our dead shit like opinions, but at least we'll have...
I love how my word has rubbed off.
I love it. I use it everywhere now, man. But...
Just go around, you fucking dead shit.
You're dead shit. You're a dead shit. I say about myself more than
anything. Me too. I
always
self-slate
like
every
people
time.
Go, oh, you know, this is about me. And I go, man, I'm just a dead shit, man.
That's what I say. I'm just another dead shit, bruv.
But at least we'll have the Presidente on here to
that should be good next week. That'll be fun.
We'll have
hopefully.
We'll have a good thing. And then we got some other ones
he's not hanging from a rafter somewhere. Fucking pick Terry up there.
Poor Terry, man, because he was...
Fuck, he had to front up too right after the game too.
No.
I didn't watch any of it. Did you get on?
Yeah,
I was on with him. As he was on, he was just on, and I walked into the door.
So we both were on.
And I came with the Coke Zero, and I said, this is what our season's amounted to, zero.
That's what it was. Look, I went on because I wasn't going to get on. I think this is the time we all need to be together, you know, and just had the thing, man. It was just like... Look, it's really going to hit.
This week it will.
Yeah,
now people say,
it'll hit home in the
they've
finals.
only had 1 year. Like, these coaches have only had 1 year. So what are we doing? Rebuilding again? Man.
It'll hit home when we see them play in the finals. That's when it'll really hit home. And say we should be there, but we're not.
No, we shouldn't be there.
No, we shouldn't. But I'm just saying, you'll say that though. No. You'll just say that.
No, well, now we shouldn't be there because we lost, but we should have been there.
But we will be saying
we should have fucking been there.
Yeah, so
we should have been there.
That's just gonna happen. Well, at least we save money.
I'm telling you, man,
that's a good thing. I can pay my mortgage for another week.
1 point.
This is the worst.
I can pay my mortgage for another week. I look at the positives in life. I'm not broke.
Anyway, this is the worst. This is the worst day in my footy history.
Shit.
Let's sign off, shall we? I'm knackered.
Flat knackered.
It's worn me out.
All right, guys.
All right. Well,
enjoy.
We can't say
like, subscribe, comment.
Give us a comment. Hope you feel better after this.
Do what you got to do and
go the jumper punch there.
Go the jumper punch. That's all you can do.
Have a good night, guys.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Turning purple.
Enjoy.
Ciao.
Ciao.
A man came to Socrates and said, "Do you know what I just heard about your friend?" "Hold on 1 minute," Socrates replied. "Before you talk to me about my friend, it might be a good idea to take a moment and filter what you're going to say. That's why I call it the triple filter test. The first filter," Socrates said, "is truth. Have you made absolutely sure that what you're about to tell me is true?" "Well, no," the man said. "Actually, I just heard about it and..." "All right," said Socrates. "So you don't really know if it's true or not. Now let's try the second filter. The filter of goodness. Is what you're about to tell me about my friend something good?" "No, on the contrary." "So," said Socrates, "you want to tell me something bad about my friend, but you're not certain it's true. You may still pass the test though, because there's one filter left. The filter of usefulness. Is what you want to tell me about my friend going to be useful to me?" "No, not really," said the man. "Well," concluded Socrates, "if you want to tell me something that's neither true, nor good, nor even useful, why tell it to me at all? And remember, great minds discuss ideas, average minds discuss events, and small minds discuss people."